All right, everybody in a seat?
I'm in a seat.
I'm in a seat.
I'm seated. Do it.
Okay. Jumping. Jump complete. Gentlemen,
What is going on?
We just stole the Vanguard. What are you talking about? We're freaking awesome. I'm gonna have to jump.
Oh,
Do
Grab a
it.
seat.
Chasing
Oh,
us
God.
down again. Ooh.
Yep. Okay, jumping. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You know, on the show, they just put pedal to the metal and just blast out of the ship, right?
Yeah, they also had a budget and something else to replace the shuttle if they act like a hot dog.
The rear is taking so much
Plus
damage.
one net.
I don't
Right-
think we're
right
gonna
engine's
survive
gone.
this.
All right, guys, this just ain't working. The ship's taken too much damage. We got to come up with a plan. We can't keep running like this. Okay, so your uncle. I see a grand. Nothing.
Uncle Dave, we're right outside. Are you home? Wow, looks like Dave's not here, man.
You think that thing will fly
hell.
long enough to get her into the cargo bay?
I was beaten the fuck.
Gentlemen, we have some fresh targets out there that have just showed up.
Oh
What's
God.
this?
Oh, we do.
Coming in fast. Get moving.
Thing.
Cockpit ASAP. Oh my god.
I'm in a seat.
I'm going for the backup bridge.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm in.
We're gonna lose the
Jump.
fighter.
Oh, it's crashed into us.
Where's this trade hub of yours? I mean, those trade hubs are huge. They can't just move them.
Yeah, this was not a small station. The hell is it?
Well, you can always ask that friendly freighter over there if they've seen anything.
Com
That one
station
that's-
RX-294?
Yeah,
That's just a random comm relay, right?
I believe it's one of the old ones they used with the mega
It's
wave
not too far
networks
away. We can go
before
check
they
it out.
got the faster than light transmission down.
Okay, jumping.
You doing one of those backwards jumps again?
Maybe. You want me to wait long enough to turn this sucker around?
No. No.
We got a signal between us. A Volander exploration ship. All right. Well, I'm gonna sit up near the bridge.
Someone wanna
if I
pop
need
the
to get
doors?
out of here quick. Yeah. You guys ready for me to open the front doors?
Yep.
We really need a panel down here to open those doors.
If there's anybody left alive on that, I'll be blown away.
Oh, is it a wreck?
And the question is, what got it into a wreck? It's kind of hard to tell how close we're getting. Oh, there we are. So we're
Up.
pretty
Contact. Mining carriage, cursor, burst fire bomber.
Already?
Yep. Get in here quick. We're about to take hits.
close. I'm doing as best I can here.
Okay, cursor is making an attack run. Oh, they're making a
No,
run on you.
get us in ASAP. Man, they are relentless.
Oh, and the pirates are working with Icor? That's interesting.
Oh, I'm out. The seat's dead.
Bail, bail,
All
bail.
right, see if Farrell. Can you do it?
Bail.
I'm out.
All right,
Holding steady, wasted. Holding steady.
you're going backwards, right?
Yep, I'm going backwards.
Okay.
Me and Spacebar both coming in the front.
Ditto.
Easy.
I'm in.
I think we need to break contact. You want to jump?
Out and back in again, yeah.
I'm within 300 meters of the wreck. I'm good.
The wreck seems to be alright. It definitely is a wreck. But stay with
Oh,
us.
wow. Oh, yep, it's missing.
Oh. I'm aching a bit. Was there any beer?
I wish.
No, we still didn't find any, did we?
Oh, please tell me you can find something to drink.
Should we have some system in her suit?
incoming
to-
signals.
Oh, yeah.
Get us going.
Right.
3.4 kilometers out, closing fast. Missiles.
They're firing on the wreck.
Ah!
Oh.
Damn it!
You know, while they're attacking that wreck, I guess you only live once and animate twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
I see the other turret sneaking up on it.
Launcher 2, ready in all respects.
Baseball the sneaky.
Hmm?
Is everything here? Yeah, we're gonna have to hack everything here. No
Yeah.
tracks available on the jukebox. Hang on, I got an idea. I think it does the job.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's our immediate plan?
I think I'm gonna go add some more armor to
Heading
that.
back to that wreck. See if we can get some heavy armor and some more gyro stuff and armor up around the jump drive.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Why is it smoking?
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know.
I remember doing that.
Unidentified vessel, please state your business at this station.
Whoa.
Hi. We were just dropping by. Noticed that there was a station here. It's pretty unusual for these comm stations still to be active, so we thought we'd drop by. And it looks like, what's going on?
Got some damage to it. We were afraid that it might be under attack, and we were going to try to render assistance.
So your mining vessel, which is also a pleasure ship, is coming to render aid to a communication station.
Oh yeah, we like giving aid. That's why it's a pleasure.
We're helping
Yeah.
people.
Why? I mean, civic responsibility and all that.
Just so you know, you are jump inhibited, and any attempt to escape will be
Inhibited.
inhibited.
Directed energy.
Yes.
Do we care enough that they stole this ship to report them? Or do we give them kudo points and let them in on our little joke?
I'm gonna level with you guys here. So, we do work for V Corp, but we got a little side business. You know what I mean?
I'm sure they know what we mean.
Do you know
That's
what
the Vanguard.
Yes. Fair enough.
So how do we fit into your hustle here?
What if you seem good at evading the authorities in this hunk of junk? If you guys could drop the guns we have in there at the V Corp station, we could perhaps make it worth your while if we've got a few things on board here, and then
Well, it might be that we came into some rifles down the line and we can pass that on, maybe, you know, in return. If there's future business that you suddenly feel you need to be done under the radar, you have our comms code.
I think that is acceptable.
I don't know about you guys, but there's a
Ooh.
lot of hatred. Are you? Can you talk to these
Contacts.
guys? Yeah.
oh
who-
no, oh no.
All right. Everybody
Alright,
get in seat
Vanguard,
now.
you know what to do.
Yep.
If these guys get stuffed, then actually, let's just get out of here. Goodbye.
Yep.
Goodbye.
All right. Well, I'm going to start moving towards that processing station. One way or the other, I want to drop off this contraband. Last thing we need is be charged with.
Technically, there's nothing hostile between here and there, so yeah, go for it.
Another
Alright.
job well done.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Anytime
Stay
you're
safe
the,
out there.
Best mercenary crew
We
in
will
the
try.
bus.
We'll just buzz the tower a little bit here and be on our way.
This sounds safe.
I am sure we will see you eventually.
Later,
Catch you there,
boys.
Bloodhound.
Farewell.
Mine's done.
You know, with all that stuff that we salvaged, we still have some incomplete gyros on this thing.
I'm not surprised. That's because we never get more than 2 seconds actually to work on the ship before some scumbag shows up. Either to somehow extort us for cash or to blow us out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or in the case of the cops, both.
Potentially. We got that jump drive working again.
It looks like all the tests are positive. One way to find out.
All the tests are positive. That sounds...
Well, okay, the self
That does
tests are
sound bad.
positive.
You've been poking it with your grinder a bit to work out what works. Okay, wow, we really do still have a fair few. There's an argument to say that, what's this? 14 gyros would be enough, 15 gyros would be enough, but apparently not. Oh, well.
We don't have that many completed, do we?
It's 15
like 4 or
complete.
5?
Yeah, I probably need about twice that many.
Great.
Tell you what, while we're not under threat, let's make sure that jump drive's going to work. I can do a short blind jump.
Yeah, let me just double check what we've got. We need a quick stock take after. I never really got to see how much we got away with following that wreck taking down. It was a good salvage, but not an amazing one. Oh, I like that we managed to keep the good rifles for ourselves. Well done, boys. You know?
We are running low on oxygen and hydrogen, and we have no ice.
That's a bigger problem, especially if we're relying on the hydrogen engine for boost.
We got Clan Cola. No, we don't. It's Cosmic Coffee, thank God.
Hey, I've got a whole
The idea
oxygen
of-
generator on the side of this thing. That'll probably make us 3 or 4 liters an hour.
Uh-huh.
Right.
If I remember, it was a while back since I did Survival Basic, but I'm pretty sure you need, what, 3 or 4 of those oxygen generators per person to
Yeah,
live?
well, I'm hearing a lot of judging. We're working with what we got.
Yeah, this is true.
But Spacebar has a good point. We could really use some ice.
Oh, wow,
looks like
Farrell. You know,
the
you're not
tanks are
planning on
about
going
half
slowly,
full.
then?
Yeah, well, I mean, what is it? You talking about the hydrogen tanks? What does that matter? We don't have any hydrogen thrusters left. They've all been blown off.
Hydrogen and oxygen. We only have 2 oxygen tanks from what I was looking at earlier, and they're both about half full.
Yeah, oxygen I'm more worried about.
Yeah, that's a grim death.
Yeah.
I thought. That's a very nice ship you've made there, Mr. Farrell. I like it. It's got one feature in particular I quite like. It's got wings. I mean, I'm guessing you just put these on for aesthetic. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, mostly ions, so I don't think she'd really do all that great in an atmosphere.
Oh, but it gives me an idea.
Uh-oh.
How are we looking on our actual hydrogen supply?
Well, I mean, we're
Like,
good.
what
I
have
mean,
we
but
got?
how much ice can he pick up back up with that fighter? Not enough to fill up the tanks.
That's not my thought.
Oh no, you're
Oh
not.
my god. One
You're,
moment.
you're not. You're not going to suggest.
The driller can't land on the planet.
No, I know what he's. I know what he's thinking.
No.
Nobody knows
no.
what I'm thinking. Come now.
I think he knows
Surely.
what he's thinking.
You're not taking the miner town. That
And
thing
we've
will
talked
just
about
crash.
Colony Shirley as well.
Okay. I mean, you can't take the
Wait.
miner down. That thing's all ion powered.
No. He's.
No.
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 She can't handle it.
We have the one ship that has hydrogen supply. Problem is, it doesn't have any hydrogen thrusters, and it's a capital ship.
Yeah, that's
You
not
aren't
gonna work.
saying to take the
It's
Vanguard
not
down.
a capital ship. It's a set. One of the advantages of a set.
Oh yes, because sets are known for their aerodynamic properties.
Yeah, but they're also not known for being heavy. You cut every corner you can. And in this case, it's not like it's heavy armored.
I can't fault you. We know it's paper thin armor, paper mache in some places.
You want to know what I've guesstimated the grid mass to be somewhere at? Somewhere about 9 million kilograms.
I have
So-
no
so-
context for that.
Just that we're all on the same page. You are suggesting
You're
what?
the freighter pilot. I have no idea what that means. I have no context for 9 million kilograms. I've never bought 9 million kilograms of rice.
The heaviest laden my freighter ever was when I worked for the company was like 5 million kilograms.
Ah, I see.
She's not
Well,
light.
How much?
There's a lot of mass.
But those hydrogen tanks are pretty accessible from the outside. But where are you
How
going to
much?
stick the engines off of? Because, I mean, the nacelle's way up there. You're not suggesting you run hydrogen up to them, are you?
Honestly, I hadn't really got that far.
So are we really talking about strapping hydrogen thrusters on the ship and trying to land it on a?
Look, I just remember that we had a really, really big source of ice floating around out there. But there it is. Dead ahead, Captain.
Oh, you're talking about the moon. Oh, that's a different story.
No, we're not going to a planet.
That might actually, we might actually survive that.
What is the... Anyone... I have no idea. You were down there for a while, Mr. Farrell. Do you remember the actual gravity down on that planet? Did you get any readout on these cheap-ass suits, or is it missing that as well?
I don't think there's anything still in the record for that I can access right now. I had to dig around the records for a little bit.
It's a moon,
But, I mean, it shouldn't have been...
I don't have an ephemeris, but it shouldn't be more than like a quarter G, man. Maybe?
Well, let's put it this way. We crashed on it and survived. Most vehicles crashing on re-entry aren't going to survive.
Okay, well, here's a thought then. We need to test whether the jump drive works anyway.
Let me get back on board before you test that.
Yeah, that's probably a good plan, but I'm just thinking, if that's the idea, let's go and see how much gravity that place has exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Are we gonna EVA down or similar?
Just get close.
Well, we do have a fight. We do have a fighter with wings.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
it doesn't-
all on base.
I'm just saying.
I can see a small problem, by the way, with putting wings on. You've been watching too much sci-fi, haven't you? You do not need wings in space.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, but it makes them look... It's got an intimidating factor to it.
Look, I mean, even Vanguard, which no one is going to argue was like the best scientific show, they still had fighters that like thrust in every direction so they could actually move, with Newtonian physics. It's not like they were burning and turning and burning like some, old Earth,
You say
biplane or something.
It certainly doesn't look like a biplane.
No.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we have the parts we
although-
need to do thrusters if we want. We could.
I like the idea of that being a biplane, though.
No.
Oh my God.
Can we not get distracted?
I'm just saying.
Have you been here?
I mean, it's not to say we couldn't... I've got an O2 generator on board this thing. It's not to say we couldn't stick a hydrogen thruster off of it, but...
So, do you think we could? You think we can strip enough parts off the broken hydrogen thrusters to make some additional ones
I think we've
do you
got
think?
enough parts recovered to make some additional ones.
from the scrap? Yeah,
I don't
maybe.
think hydrogen thrusters are particularly expensive.
No, they're pretty brute force tech.
Yeah,
Basically,
we've got everything we need.
You just feed them hydrogen and then you light it. I mean, it gets a little more complicated than that, but yeah.
That's a lot of metal grids we need for the really big ones.
Well, we have a lot of metal grids. Don't forget, what was that ship that we mostly took apart, primarily made out of?
Heavy metal.
Metal, yeah.
Those are some reasonably full tanks.
Let me look. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we've got 8 hydrogen tanks.
And they're about 48%
All
full.
of which look like they're all 48%, except for one that's at 40%.
That's the one we've been using to refill our jetpacks.
Yeah. So I think we would absolutely have enough go juice. Question is whether we have enough to make the thrusters.
You know what? I got another idea that maybe just as a safety backup. Call me crazy on this one, but you know those missile hatches that were topside?
Mm-hmm.
I know what you're thinking, and I like it.
Convert that to parachutes.
I like it very much.
Just in case.
What do you mean, just
But-
in case?
I don't think
Parachutes.
parachutes will...
You put enough parachutes on a thing, and it'll hold it.
At the very least, if we find that we're dropping too fast and the gravity is that low, that would slow us down quite a bit.
We got
Okay.
decent access from the outside from those hydrogen tanks.
All right.
I
I'm
think
gonna
this
go
is
ahead.
this is
Hang on.
doable.
I'm gonna bring it to a stop right now. That way, because right now we don't have any threats on the scope. So stand by. I'm gonna brake.
Hold on.
Okay, prepares
Okay.
to slam into a nearby wall.
The parachutes aren't going to work on a moon because there's no atmosphere.
Is there
yeah,
not?
well, I mean, if there's, I can't remember if Europa has a. Like I said, I don't have an ephemeris. We need to pick up some.
I don't think there was.
Yeah, finally found it was
I mean-
smoking up here.
Because
Are you sure?
if it doesn't, then well, then the.
Oh, yeah. Air is helpful if you want parachutes. I'm with you.
I'm just saying, if that doesn't work, then wings aren't going to work either.
What, you're suggesting putting giant wings on the ship?
No, you put wings on your fighter.
Oh,
I
can you
don't care
imagine
about
it
the
though? It
fighter.
would look
I'm talking
amazing.
about the ship if we're taking that down.
It would look great.
Oh my god.
With wings on it? Hell yeah. Can
I
we?
think that needs to happen at some point.
Can we put wings on it?
I mean, sure, if you want to.
Can't
You-
imagine why not. It's just a
You
question
can
of where to
put
put
you can
them.
put lipstick on a pig. I mean, I'm not sure why, but
Oh god.
you can do a lot of things.
It was like that one time with you in the bar.
That was not a pig. That was my date,
Uh-huh.
That's what she said.
and she did not appreciate that characterization.
Get
Just
out
saying.
of here,
If it
stalker.
looks and walks like one.
All right, well, we're kind of getting a little off topic here. Where are we sticking the thrusters on the back end there?
You think?
Look,
Well, I would frankly do minimal. I'd focus all our thrusts on landing this thing on the belly, because if we try to land this thing on the tail, it's going to get real exciting real fast when you try to get out of your seat.
Yeah, well, not only that, but the engines and the hydrogen are both back there, both of which I'd not like to see explode.
Well, and we're still talking about taking out most of the engines from the rear, so that we can do that pass through landing bay, right?
in
So in
theory.
other words, we've got to prep her for a belly landing.
Someone
Yeah.
put a cargo container down that's not actually attached into the cargo network.
I don't know.
The answer is yes.
Almost certainly yes, but
The question is, who is the guilty party?
and more importantly, where is it?
Don't look at me.
No, I'm looking at it.
Well, yeah, you're looking at the car container, but still don't look at me.
Inventory full.
Okay, so where are we going to put these thrusters? And anybody remember the ratio of thrusters to weight? Because frankly, it's been a long time since I've dealt with.
I
Craft that are
propose
in-
all
intited.
of the thrusters.
I think it's just slap as many on as you can cram it and cross your fingers.
Yeah.
So like all heavy thrusters then.
I think that's probably a good idea, yeah.
Inventory full.
Just make sure we're turning them off. The last thing we want to do now is,
Inventory full.
like, actually use all of our hydrogen before we get there.
Well, the tanks are turned off, so it shouldn't be. It shouldn't draw from them, except for that one, and I'll turn it off right now.
Was this cargo container even required?
Probably not.
No.
Does it at least look cool?
No, it didn't.
Well, get rid of it.
I did.
Good.
We're also going to have to give it landing gear. We can't set it down on thruster bells.
You mean you don't want to just balance her off the nose there?
That's gonna
No,
look
no,
weird
really
as all
there.
hell. Yeah, oh well.
What is?
Only needs to be temporary. Oh, we did have our armor in the jump drive. Maybe that's some of why we weigh so much.
Yeah, I put a double layer of blocks of heavy armor on it, and that thing gets taken out, we're dead.
On the upside, we wouldn't be dead right away.
Inventory full.
This thing on its belly. I bet that's something that they've never done on the show.
Oh yeah, I don't remember any episode where they tried to do something that stupid.
I wasn't going to use the word stupid.
But I mean, we are going to take a ship that was, well, that was at least in the show designed to only work in space, and we're going to try and land it on, mind you, on a moon.
Yeah,
But-
it's only a moon.
Yeah, it's only a moon, so you know.
Look, if we do this right, we might just be able to avoid some attention for a little bit.
Inventory full.
Yeah,
That'd
I'm
be
okay with that.
that'd be rather nice, don't you think?
I could go for a vacation.
On a nice planet.
Bit skiing? Why not?
We've even taken damage on the underside of this thing.
I saw it in a movie once.
Energy low.
Mind you, all the thrusters in the back here, it's going to make it real. Well, most of the weight's in the tail. It actually probably balance out fairly well.
I think, yeah, having the parachutes where they are actually works all right.
Oh, I'm talking about where I'm throwing these thrusters down.
Thrusters will be okay. I'm more worried about if we end up having to use the parachutes. How's that going to make the thing swing?
Now, to start with, that looks like that's almost all the damage on the bottom here. Just a couple blocks here and there, but nothing too serious.
Actually getting repaired? No, impossible.
Well, I figure we may as well have everything in peak shape up here, but it does, being down here, we gotta watch for those ions on the bottom. They are kind of sticking out.
Yeah, I'd suggest we put some landing gear if we're going to actually set this. I mean, theoretically, set this down on the, you know, on its own power.
Set it down in a way that it can take back off again, ideally. Yep, that sounds like a good plan.
I just hope that's going to be enough.
Well, if 8 large thrusters don't keep us from crashing into the surface, nothing's going to.
Well,
True.
Well,
maybe
except
10
for the
large
parachutes.
thrusters? Might.
I doubt. I mean, the problem with 10 large thrusters, I think we'll burn through our supply before we get down.
Maybe. You only have to make it down, and then the supply is kind of sorted.
Okay, well, if 8 doesn't get us all the way down, then we'll add more when we get down there.
That seems backwards.
Yeah, you know, getting down's the easy part. It's getting back up that's going to be the hard part.
Mm. Well, I mean, she is gonna be coming up fully loaded.
Yeah.
Well, or loaded
Hopefully.
heavier.
A mere
Quick and
9.5
dirty.
tons.
Yeah.
I got from one place to another without getting lost. Yay!
Oh, I'm going to go ahead and queue up.
And you didn't need a commercial break to go between those two spaces either.
The salt about this particular series seems to be growing.
Which ones?
Vanguard?
Oh, I mean, now that we're living it, it's not nearly as
Glamorous.
It's
romantic, to
lost
be
a certain
honest.
something. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, it's definitely lost a little bit of glamour. I mean, I'll be honest.
Oh wow, we can only jump 262 kilometers at a time.
Yep.
Ouch.
Speaking of weight,
Hey, hey, I've been on a diet. I've been telling you guys.
no, it's all those metal grids that we're about to put in thrusters.
Hey, well at least then they'll be in thrusters rather than just dead weight on the
Yep.
ship.
Actually, no, wait a minute. No, Tex, come on. You can land this. You got 2 landing gear on the bottom side of the front here. You can land on that just
As long as we're willing to sacrifice the rest of the ship.
Yeah. Just find a tall
which
enough
I'm
mountain to lock onto, that's all. I'm sure I'll be able to do it.
Alright, we've got a bit of O2 left. As long as that farm keeps us going.
I'm just saying, you know this is an insane idea, right?
That farm is in the sun, right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
pretty dumb.
Okay, I'm just, you know. I mean, I don't have any better ideas.
I don't know what you want from me.
Make this happen.
It's dumb. Yes, it's dumb. I admit it's dumb. But
As
it's
a backup
a
plan,
better plan than nothing.
Yeah, no, it's a better plan than just laying down and dying.
Hmm. If you say so, Mr. Tex. If you say so.
I've never had much lay down and die in me, to be honest. Or else I'd still be pushing freight around the skies. While the company keeps cutting safety standards.
Oh, that's why you want the 1,000,001 gyros.
Oh wow, you literally just went for we'll slap them on the outside. I see. Practical, if nothing else.
Yeah, well, you know, if it doesn't work, then if it works, then we can, you know, enclose the men a little bit better, or move them some other location, or we can, you know, if we survive, we'll have lots of options.
You know what probably makes sense? Using one of these grinding ships to at least transport the cargo.
Weld it up? Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick sit down. You know how it is. Lots of work going on. Not really me doing it, but it makes me tired looking. Get a bit exhausted.
You sure you
Anyway,
weren't
we
a
should
Union
probably
steward
check
in the past life?
distances getting to this planet, right? Yeah. Let's have a look, see. Plot ourselves a little course. Did we leave any GPS last time we were back there?
Yeah,
I
that's
did,
fine.
actually. Yes.
Yeah, I should have a couple too.
And you guys, one of you guys can share?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm sort of hanging on the outside here right this second.
Kind of in the middle of packing the shoots. 1 sec.
Let me see. GPS. I've got. Well, let's see if that's one of them. Nope. I may have assumed that we weren't coming back.
I think I've got one here.
Yeah. No, I got nothing.
Yeah, pop it over the. system there.
That'd be perfect. Thank you.
I think that's where we touched
Right.
down.
That will be useful.
You sure?
No.
Oh wait, no, I've got one. 548 clicks out. Don't think the wreck spot is there, but I have a landing site from when we first dropped, I think. Wouldn't be bad to go back to that same spot. Maybe there's something we can salvage.
Well, I mean, I got a little bit of a base down there. Just
Yeah,
some-
exactly.
A little bit of power and the starts of, I think I had an assembler going.
Mm-hmm.
Got something at least.
I know. I know. I'll press it. Which one is it? Which button?
You guys hearing this?
Yeah, it's coming through the ship comms.
Is that an SOS?
I think
Absolutely
so.
an SOS. That's Morse code. I haven't thought about that since I got my pilot's license.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Well, I mean, technically, it's a distress message.
How do I know if it works?
Think we can triangulate where that's coming from?
I've ever had.
From that?
No,
That's going to take someone a little bit better than me. Fighter pilot, remember? Not rescue pilot, freighter pilot, any of those things. Fighter pilot.
Hmm.
Primarily things, you know, where there's air.
Well, I don't see any new contacts.
I'm kind of rusty on triangulation, but do I have to have multiple units in a spot to be able to receive it? Maybe the
I don't. Yeah.
Actually, you just have to get a bearing on it from different locations.
or the did the fighters in the bay pick it up? Maybe we can work with those.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
there's
Down
No.
there.
They're probably too close, but if we were to move forward, you know,
yeah,
a couple of kilometers,
idea,
when it
yeah.
hits again.
Let's do a little jump, and if it comes back, we're gonna get a different location on it, right? We'll start to be able to triangulate things together, perhaps.
Mm-hmm. You better get a bearing on that last one. I was out
No,
of my
but
suit,
it should
so
be in the computer logs.
yeah. Okay, I've got it.
Right.
So
I'm seated.
So
okay,
all of us are. Yep.
I'm going to do I'll do like a 25 kilometer jump, and that'll give us a little bit of difference
Well,
depending on the distance.
Long term, our plan is to get to that planet, so maybe don't skimp on the jump. Might as well make some of our way there. Go maybe 100 kilometers, something like that.
Okay, 100 sounds good. That'll leave us enough reserve where if we have to jump again, won't have to wait too long.
Take us out.
All right, jumping. All right. We are indeed, that was 100 kilometers. Nice. It's working and well calibrated.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
We may not die today. I mean, depends on how fast we get done with the thrusters and try to land on an ice moon, but you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and work on getting one of these welding or grinding ships converted over to welding.
I can't help but feel like we could do with a thruster or two more. So what do we do now? Just wait for him to broadcast again? Or whoever it is. Sounded like a dude at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can try to contact them, but I'm afraid that, you know, once we transmit, anybody can trace us too. So,
Yeah. I mean, I could take out the fighter and we could relay through that.
get a couple of
A little ways away.
couple of
and-
points for triangulation. That's not a bad idea.
Well, I'm saying more if we want to communicate with them, relay it through the
Ah.
fighter. If you do a narrowband transmission off of me, then that should be untraceable. You could set up a laser antenna link. I mean, I hope we have the parts for that.
I don't know. You can see though. Wouldn't hurt to try.
Probably.
Some,
I'd be
some secure
surprised if we
comms
didn't.
might be a really good idea, to be honest.
Let me get an antenna refit to the back of this thing.
Meanwhile, we're being left alone. Might as well make use of it.
Yep.
Just because you're alone does not mean that you're exempt from adult supervision, you know.
Who are we referring to as the adult here?
Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Oof, it's been a long time since I've done EVA work.
Part of the reason why I'm building up this
Instead of these wonderful, wonderful suits.
Yeah, which frankly don't do a great job of keeping station.
Do they do any job of that?
No, I mean theoretically they should. I mean even your basic dog standard. Suit should at least help you keep, you know, your orientation.
There we go. True, but I feel like I feel like I don't really crash into stuff as much with these suits.
What?
It's weird.
You had a problem with that?
Yeah,
Really? Okay. Well,
I know it's weird, but I didn't get to spend a lot of time actually EVA in space.
fair enough. Wasn't a lot of EVA in your previous duties as a station maintenance technician?
No.
I think they call it a janitor, don't they?
Yeah. Only if you weren't being nice.
Hey, I got great respect for people who clean out
Hang on, we got contacts.
targets.
Oh,
Roger
back
that.
in. I suppose
Just got outside too.
I'm in and seated.
Okay, I'm good. How far are they out?
Closing.
Come on, this stupid suit.
7 and 6 and 5 and closing fast.
Okay, roger that.
One at 4.
Alright, I am docked.
We need to not leave somebody so far away from the seat. That was my bad. Okay, you in, Doc? Jumping. Everyone seated?
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Okay. All right, scope is clear.
No message though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if he was asking for some help from those folks who just showed up.
Might have.
Or, alternately, not to be too credulous, what if he's a pirate trying to gin up a little business?
Here's an SOS, and
Yeah, but people who tend to abuse SOSs.
well, I'd say the police don't take kindly to them, but it's not like that's been working out for them so far as us is concerned either.
Yeah.
It's taken.
We've already got more contacts. Really?
What?
Again?
Where?
Tessa and the space station. They're 8K out and 10K, but they don't seem to be moving right now.
Well, again, space stations not known for moving around.
Well,
Well,
you
there
say
is a-
that,
you say
but there was
that,
that one that
yeah.
disappeared.
Recent
And
events.
that one that we saw moving. So yeah, okay.
Okay. If you guys are in your seats, I'm gonna get moving a little bit just so the Chessa doesn't get too close to us. Wasn't that what we stripped down?
But that makes it quite hard to actually weld on the ship if we're moving. So maybe. Not.
Okay. Sure. I'll just sit here in the seat and wait to jump.
I don't think you need to do that. We just.
I think I do, because I almost didn't make it in time the last time.
He's got a point.
Let me guess. The
I don't know what
producers
it
didn't
is.
flash out on. No, they didn't even bother with a laser antenna on this thing. I thought that was on the show.
They had a full comms array on the show.
Yeah, well, there's no laser antenna on board, and we need superconductors to build those.
I love how heckin' useless this ship is turning out to be.
Yeah.
Hey, look. I mean, if I was a real estate agent, I would tell you that look at all the potential. You could do
It was
anything
me
you
that
want
said
with
that
it.
to you.
Ah, well, then are you trying to sell me something? Because that sounds like a real estate agent.
At that point, yes, 100%. Gun bearing parts, Mr. Spacebar.
Apparently I did not grab enough parts.
Yeah, this sounds to me like we could do with a second cockpit. Emergency usage
I have one. I just wasn't close. I didn't have a door to get to it, so I'm making a airlock in engineering.
All these airlocks.
Yeah, we could just put
There's
seats
no
right
way.
out in the hall.
Yeah, well, you know, okay. I'm putting a door.
Yay.
I've got ambitions though. I have fully believed that eventually this door will actually have air inside it.
Oh, so many tubes.
Not a whole lot of carrying capacity on this whole thing. I guess I don't need all these plates though.
Tubes is the one. All of the
Yeah.
tubes.
Yeah, I'll grab all the tubes. Tubes and grids. Grids and tubes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a large cargo container. I'm an idiot.
Incoming.
Roger that.
Yep.
And a seat.
I'm seated.
Roger that. Ready to jump?
Go for it.
I still see. Yep. Turn.
Shutting the hangar doors. We've had
You never know.
a rocket or two like to come through the outside of the ship and blow up ships on the inside of the ship.
Yep.
No, we quite like to
Alright.
avoid that.
I'm sure that would never happen.
Scope is clear. I mean, on the plus side, if we get another transmission like that, we should probably be able to triangulate pretty well because we've jumped about 200 kilometers from our last location. I mean, unless they're all the way across the system.
Oh, isn't there 3 sides to or 3 points in a triangle?
Well, yeah, but you can at least get a good bearing from two bearings.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, it's not perfect, but
Coming out. God, this thing's hard to see. I'm gonna jack this seat up a bit. It's hard to see over the nose.
Yeah, well, it was hastily converted.
Yeah.
I guess. Oof, depressing.
what?
I'll start work on the other side. They make these
Yeah,
things
so-
look a lot more straightforward on those home improvement shows. Like a couple of quick cuts.
What was that?
Space bar.
These engines are a bit jumpy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
It's hard to see around this thing.
Yeah, that's exactly how Uncle Dave died. Assuming he's dead.
Ow.
He has another one of those ships. And he couldn't see.
I'm sorry, Tex.
Yeah, but did
I
it have those
personally don't assume that your relatives are dead. I'm
Yeah,
sure he's
no,
alive
it's
and well
okay.
somewhere and is
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, it's not like it's their family.
Just saying. I mean, there's one vehicle with a track record for accidents, shall we say.
Hmm.
That one wasn't Uncle Dave's, though. That was the one we found at that comm station.
Oh, I thought. Hang on.
Hold up.
If I can get another bearing. That's our mystery guess.
Is it?
We have to get a clearer signal than that.
It sounded like somebody was opening a snack wrapper is what it sounded like.
That's what I was thinking. It's like someone's broadcasting popcorn at us.
Mm.
I hope they saved something for us, though.
No, more importantly,
Save popcorn.
what goes with popcorn.
Butter.
Do not say Clancola.
Butter.
Cosmic coffee.
I'm not planning on drinking any butter anytime soon. No text.
Oh, well,
I'm not going on a date with any of you guys anytime soon, so I don't know what else you're thinking of.
I mean, if you're talking about beer, then that's more like peanuts and cashews.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try to give this thing a little quick flight test. Dex, can you pop the hangar doors?
I'm sorry, Hal. I can't do that.
Why did we have to watch that movie the other night?
His name's Farrell.
I'm sorry, Foul. I can't do that.
That doesn't make it better.
Where is he? I'm gonna shoot him. Just a little bit.
You have to be able to fly enough to get me to me first.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Come on. You're sticky on this thing.
Speaking of, let me move this seat up so I can see.
Hmm.
What?
Okay, someone out there must be leaning on their transmit key.
Yep. I don't know what that was. It sounded like somebody strangling a cat.
Something like that, yeah.
You see, Tex, now that's how you take off from the Vanguard with style.
Going on. I can't believe
Right.
that's on wideband comms. They get jumped in minutes.
Well, that's 2 bearings.
Yeah, I guess. You want to head towards the strange cat noises?
I mean, do we want to? Do we really want a pet?
I'm not a real cat, okay? It's one of those things that those crazy guardsmen do.
What?
The ones that drink scotch, you know.
The Irish?
No, I mean, I don't know. This is old Earth history.
Ooh, she is janky as all heck to fly, but she does go. I'll give her this.
How are those wings helping you out in space?
What was...
Okay, well, we're definitely getting signal there.
Do we have another accident, Spacebar?
Nope.
Is there like a Scotland planet that I'm missing from the system?
Sounds terrifying.
Nothing happened. We're all fine.
Can we, just as a precaution, get the ships on board?
Yeah,
I don't know if everyone's
Yep.
back in, but
I'm landing her right now.
All right, let me know when the ship's in. I'll close the bay doors.
And you can close the doors.
Okay.
The only thing
What
I'm
about you,
having a problem
Spacebar?
with is
What is that? Inside the ship or no?
yeah, I'm in.
Okay.
Those engines are a bit nippy.
yeah, they are compared to normal ions. So it's just having that problem with the fighter.
I might have accidentally backed into something and lost my forward thrust, or my downward thrust rather.
Yeah, let's just say when I took off with my fighter, I came out of the front of the Vanguard pretty darn quickly, but she doesn't exactly translate very quickly. Turns on a dime though.
Energy low.
Well, we've got 3. Oh, sorry, we've got 2 of our 3
We got 2
triangulation
points.
points.
You want to try and get a third? See if we can.
I guess.
Mm-hmm. We ain't exactly equipped for rescue op, but well,
No, but it doesn't seem right to leave somebody stranded.
yeah.
Do we know that they're in trouble?
I guess we'll find
Well,
out. One thing we're good
certainly
at
we
is
had an
running
SOS.
away again.
And say just because I'm trying doesn't mean I trust them. All right, gentlemen. Let me know when you're in seats.
I'm seated.
Seated as well.
Yeah, we are officially out of air again.
Oh, really? Maybe if we rescue them, they'll have air.
No, we've got
Maybe that's
50
why they need rescuing though.
The tanks are 50% full.
Okay, so there's something up with the pipes again.
I warned you this would happen when you had those bean burrito MREs.
Look, they tasted of home, okay? And then smelt of home later.
Yeah, well, fortunately you've got the suit on.
Fortunately for you,
Hmm.
definitely a mistake I will not be making again. I'm all in. Take us out of here.
Yeah, well, I was like, before I die from lack of oxygen, I should probably top off.
And now he understands.
Yeah, well, you know. Oh, I just wasn't near the airlock. All right. Good to go.
Then do the thing. Jump master.
Okay.
Jump master
ma-
fire.
I'll master the jump. All right, jump complete.
Planet looks a lot, or the moon rather looks a lot closer.
Yeah.
Some wicked static.
It still sounds like someone's eating snacks.
Whoever this is either has the most fucked radio I've ever heard, or
Maybe they're
is
using our
just
suits.
really into their Cheetos.
Yeah.
Gotta be somewhere fairly close for us to be picking up these transmissions at all.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like there's not a lot of transmission power, so. And given the triangulation, yeah, it's actually fairly close. See if I can work up a location from these 3 bearings.
Meanwhile, back to the plan. Build
Especially
all
as-
of the thrusters.
That moon is getting close.
Yep.
What is...
Hmm?
I think I just started getting an electric shock from this suit. That was weird.
Hmm?
Tingly feeling and... Yeah.
But you got a short in it or
The
something?
readout saying vitals are low, but... No good reason as to why. I'd prefer if it doesn't do that.
I wonder if the welders were left on. I was a bit,
Did you just weld me?
no?
That wasn't the sort of spark I was expecting. Thank you very much.
I didn't weld you. The ship welded you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, because that makes that better. Mhm.
Is that what we're going with?
Murder most foul is what it is. Except failed. Worse. Worse than murder most foul. Murder most failed.
Hmm.
I have a problem
Are
on
you
this
done
ship.
yet?
Did we get the other side finished? No.
Almost.
I managed to get all the conveyors working, but the thrusters are going to take a little bit of doing. Oh, some of them are already
I
welded
know.
up. Nicely
Yes,
done. Nicely
yes.
done, guys.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Get out of here, Stalker.
Okay, let's try this again.
Third time's a charm.
I was blast door blocks. That's what I ran into.
Hey. The deadly,
Would
deadly blast.
Yeah, that would explain the concussion I almost got.
How can...
I bonked my head.
It's the whole almost got that's throwing me off, I gotta be honest.
Eh,
Actually a doctor in his past.
Get out of here, Stalker.
Who? Spacebar?
Now, I'm gonna question this. Do we really need thrusters to push us down into the gravity well?
No, but we get that thing flipped upside down when we're coming in land.
If we get
We're
it
real
flipped
happy
upside
to-
down, we're gonna be in trouble, and it's the gyros that'll save us.
Fair enough.
I'd rather have more. I'm still concerned about the amount of down, let alone up.
Well,
Up
like I
is-
said,
seems superfluous in this point.
well, we have to get down before we have to worry about getting up.
You know, I really don't
But
think the
when-
down process is going to be the hard bit. Surviving the down process. Now there's the trick.
Yeah.
I mean, if we get knocked down, we've got to get up again. Can't ever keep us down, right?
Mm,
I thought you lost your
he's not-
MP3 player.
I think that's the problem. I think he's trying to recreate those songs, those old bad songs.
Suffering some sort of symptoms from this, I see.
Look, it was stuck on repeat the entire trip up. What do you want me to do?
Just block it out
Stay
like
down?
the rest of us.
I mean, did you ever see that movie about that one guy who thought he was hearing voices in his suit?
I could describe about 20 movies I can think of. Care to be more specific?
No, I don't know. It's something with like some sort of strange suit or something. I can't remember. Speaking to him in some sort of tongue or something.
No, you're basically. I'm drawing nothing. Sorry.
Tubes and grids.
Tubes and grids, grids and tubes.
Always
What?
tubes and grids, grids and tubes. So, that man takes part. Did you manage to get some coordinates, or are we...
Hey, look. No.
Maths never was your strong point, I suppose.
Well, I mean, the system is what you expect from a computer from a set.
The system is down.
The system is paper mache.
Oh.
Is it?
We're going to get there with this build, but it's going to be tight. Let's just hope that that gravity is as low as we think it is.
Well, I mean, if we don't get within, halfway down before the gravity exceeds, we can theoretically get back up.
How will you know when it's exceeded?
Well, if we are not halfway down and already at like a quarter or quarter
see what you
G,
mean.
then I'm not going to go down any
I
further.
see what I mean. I thought you were saying, well, at the point at which we can no longer go back up, that's when we should go back up.
No, I was aiming for before that, to be honest.
What am I still missing?
Don't know.
Oh.
Grids and tubes and construction components.
Energy
I bet it's the
low.
construction components because I got grids and tubes.
I add them in. I put a bunch on construction, so days are coming.
It's tubes then, because I've got nothing but grids basically now. I'm gonna have to redesign this at some point, I think.
Surely not.
Do you still have grinders on that ship?
Not this one, no.
It has been repurposed for welding.
Okay. Need to remove one of these large thrusters, and doing it with my suit inventory is going to take forever.
Mm-hmm. It's alright, building them up has been taking them forever as well.
Oh, we are really out of construction components. Okay.
They are construction componenting. I assume that's what they do.
Yeah, they're slowly building back up.
Well. I go help Tex take those other thrusters apart.
Oh, they don't take long to build. But no worries.
Which ones are you taking apart, Tex?
Taking apart this last one up top.
Energy
Oh,
critical.
okay.
I figure we'll still use these bottom thrusters. But the top ones, if we're gonna remove
Oh yeah.
thrusters and make a fly through, then this one needs to go. And since it's not working anyway, I figured we'd just take it apart.
Yep.
Actually, I've got a lot of the other stuff. I just don't have any steel plates.
We should have tons of steel plate in the.
We got so much steel plate.
It's the one thing we're good on right now.
I think
Well,
we're
yeah,
pretty good
'cause-
on everything. It wasn't construction components it lacked. It was large steel tubes and grids.
Yep. Oh, the grids. We should have plenty of grids.
I'm done with grids now. I'm just doing the large steel tubes.
Oh.
One of these days.
Whoa.
That was not me.
I have a
What
feeling I know
that?
who it was.
Apparently, that thruster popped.
Your health is critical.
Okay.
The welder I'm using is, or the grinder I'm using is a bit powerful.
If we're doing through deck, do we still want to have these thrusters on the top? We want to move those lower. The ions, that is.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
I think they could be moved. I think there's also a potential that we keep those two bottom hydro thrusters
Yep.
because they're out the way,
Yeah.
and remove the two rearwards ones we've got placing on the sides. Fit
Yeah,
another
do
couple
that.
of fit another couple of down.
Oh.
All right, did the computer get a fix on those?
Let me go and take a look.
Oh, so much scrap metal.
Alright, give me a second. At the computer, see what I can come up.
That wasn't me.
No, that was me.
What, eating the candy?
No, that was not me eating the candy.
I want candy now.
Oh, these damn suit inventories. I'm over them.
Yeah. I could go for larger pockets, to be honest. It looks like it's got all of our downward thrust built.
We just need large steel tube and metal grids on this top rear hydrogen thruster.
We should have plenty of metal grids. wonder if we shouldn't at least temporarily put some armor in the rear where those thrusters were.
Sure, we can do that. I'm just worried about getting these thrusters up because we run out of oxygen, guys, and it's game over. I mean, we can make it look pretty later.
Okay, so we're definitely still getting the signal at least.
Oh yeah.
We are getting, I mean, it seems like it is coming in a bit more strongly now, so maybe we're getting closer to it.
Possibly.
I think I might. This is a nightmare from these garbled transmissions.
Yep.
I've got an
Spacebar,
area.
move for a second.
I got an area at best, nothing more than that.
Oh, that's
Okay.
better than nothing.
I don't even know. Maybe 30, 40 clicks square. It's not great, but we might have something if we get there.
It's better than nothing, at least.
Okay. Well, if you want to throw a GPS in the system, we'll see what's out there.
I got it. Whenever you guys are ready.
I think I just have a little bit of work on. Well, still too to do it.
Oh, it's very weird seeing the ship rear end not on fire.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and the top not smoking.
Should have taken that damaged thruster off a long time ago. It wonders my
I
peace
had a
of
certain
mind.
something.
I mean,
Like
Yeah,
what?
I get it, I
Disaster
get it.
movie?
I don't know what we're talking about, but sure, it had something. Oh, oxygen's working again in the airlock, by the way.
Oh, good.
I mean, the oxygen tanks still have.
How can they have
content,
wired this
so-
up that poorly?
Fired what up?
The ship up that poorly, but we've got like intermittent oxygen in the.
Well, it's not like they actually needed
Ah!
to.
What?
Hmm.
You got an issue?
Yeah, I got an issue that I keep every time I try to use this thing, I start dying. That.
Hmm? Use what thing?
I mean, I'm trying to fill up with a survival kit.
That would be one hell of a practical joke, but I
Not
didn't think of it.
exactly.
Wish I had,
Not
but
me
I didn't
either.
think of it.
Yeah, that's
No,
working
it's-
for me.
No, it's not for me. I mean, it's hurting me as much as it's helping me.
I was trying to use it earlier, and it was taking forever to charge me up. If you're talking about the one behind the bridge.
Yeah, no, that's. I was just trying to kill my ass.
Fun.
Yeah.
Maybe there's
All
something
right,
up
we
with
going?
your suit interface?
Would not surprise me in the least.
Yeah, see if we got anything in the recharge ports on it.
I'm not worried about it right now. Let's go.
Okay. As long as you're going to survive.
Yeah, no, I managed to bleed myself into health.
I do need that seat, though, if I'm going to jump.
Oh, I thought you'd put him in the navigation mirror. My bad.
In a seat.
I'm in.
1 second. Coordinates incoming. You got to jump on the bar? How have you configured this, Mr. Dex? Oh, wow, I see what you mean about the massive lump. I mean, she is a massive lump, so I guess it's not massively surprising. But I do see where you're coming from with the whole, could do with a few more gyroscopes on
just
board.
a couple more.
Well then, one of the...
All right,
there
all the
it is.
ships in? Are the hangars?
Yep.
Doors closed? Yes, perfect.
I'm in. I believe all the ships are in.
I'm on the bridge sitting, waiting.
And anyone see anything?
Negative.
Nope, nothing on radar.
No contacts.
Nothing on visual.
Well, that's...
We do have that
Hang
signal,
on.
though.
It's a lot stronger.
That's certainly louder.
All
I'm
right,
getting
that
hungry.
gives me a feeling we're at least on the right track. I'm kind of intrigued now.
I hope it's a snack man.
I don't think it's going to be a snack van. A snack van in distress.
Ooh,
Or are you
mobile
forgetting
fish and
the...
chippery.
It's not going to be a mobile fish and chippery. What?
I think some of us have been away from civilization a little too long.
I could dream, can I?
The last people we ran into were a set of bent cops. Like,
Well, maybe this is a bent fish and chippery. You never know.
what's wrong with a normal fish and chippery? And no!
Well, I'm just saying, I'd be okay with it.
Technically speaking, how can you tell if it is a bent fish chippery?
I'd be totally okay with it, straight or bent.
I don't know, they ask you to pay in unmarked fivers?
Hmm.
Now, how are we looking? Almost complete.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a couple areas on this ship close to the bridge that we could convert into crew quarters.
Inventory.
What, you want to play to live?
Mayday! 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 Anyone there?
At the balls. Okay.
I think that there.
Did he just say Heme?
I don't know.
Like, as in, is he looking for a car engine?
I'm
Or is he
having
looking for help.
I thought it was almost like I'm having a heart attack.
Oh, wow.
Maybe.
You are a bit of a nerd, aren't you? Like going back to V8s? Really?
I mean,
Back when they used to burn the remains of small animals to power their vehicles?
it could be worse. They could be talking about a Winkle engine, and then nobody would get it.
Some of them were big animals, thank you, Farrell. And also, what is a Winkle engine?
Oh, it's something even more obscure than a Hemi.
It sounds rather dirty, if nothing else.
Yeah, I bet.
Keep your Winkle engine out of this, I think.
Well, I mean, not everyone can have turbo encabulators, now can they?
Yeah, I haven't seen one of those in a while either.
Hang on. Hang on, who's responsible for this thruster?
What
Shenanigans.
duster?
What thruster?
The one that's not at the same position as the other one. I know the ship's a junk heap, but we're not doing this to it. It's our junk heap now.
What do people do?
What are you on about now?
I'm on about putting the thrusters on the same place on the left as the right.
Have we not done that?
Is the thrust in the same general location? Does it really matter? Not that I'm
Yes.
saying that I'm responsible for that or anything.
Oh god, it's all one block further. Is it one block apart? No.
Just one thruster that's wrong.
Oh. Yeah,
Alright,
I see what you're talking about.
He's either gonna have to stop crinkling that wrist.
Hello? Hello? I don't know what your ship's called. I'm nearby. I'm in distress. Help me. Help.
There's something else in that moon over there.
There's what?
What
Oh,
the? I see what you
orange?
mean. There's something like yellow out there. Yellow or
Is it-
orange or...
Which direction?
Nah, towards the moon, coming around the front
Oh.
now. Is that a...
Oh,
A wedge of cheese?
attention, unknown ship. Stop your approach. Please identify.
My name is Professor Mackel. I'm in distress. My ship's got separated from my main ship. I need your help. Please let me land. I've got broken components everywhere and the toaster's on fire.
Yeah, that guys, he's got a toaster. You may land. Permission? Shall we get the front open up for this poor fellow in distress? I'm sure we can help him out.
It is unarmed, right?
It's, as far as I can tell, a wedge of cheese.
Oh,
Mr. Takesfire, I've
then
not
by
ever
all
met
means,
a
let the cheese on board.
armed wedge of cheese, but oh my
Well,
word!
I mean, I've had some pretty strong cheese.
Oh, yeah, I think we should let this fella aboard. Can we clear a bit of space?
Yeah.
Professor, Professor Mackel, you can see the
Hello?
yeah, you can see the hangars open on the front. Proceed into the hangar and land. We'll see what assistance we can render.
Thank God. Thank you. Thank you. I'm on my way.
Oh,
Oh, watch it.
yes, now I remember. No downwards thrust.
That's certainly a ship.
It's certainly something,
you may
all right.
want to come down there a bit, Professor.
Is that? Yeah. It literally is a wedge of cheese.
Yeah.
Well, I
yeah,
mean, he did
definitely
say it was part of a ship, so maybe.
What's the whole
Like
thing
a-
gonna be? A baguette?
Yeah, a whole cheese tray. Maybe some wines. A little olives.
Oh, my friends. Thank you so much. Oh, I didn't even land the ship. I thought I had. Oh, I'm sorry.
Bit of distress there, I see, Professor.
Oh, I've had a mare. An absolute mare. Look at the front of my ship.
You've had
I
a
was drilling and there was an explosion and I got catapulted away from my main ship into the void.
Did he just say he'd had a horse?
That's what it sounded like.
Oh, dearie me. I should introduce myself to you kind people. My name is Mackel. Inventor
Professor-
extraordinaire, Professor Mackel, but you can call me Mackel as you saved me.
What are you, professor of?
I am an inventor of many wondrous things.
Wondrous. Yep, I'm picking up on wondrous.
I have harnessed the power of cheese. I have a laboratory on Hemis Centauri, where I have located an enormous ball of cheese in the core of the planet, and I am sucking it out with pumps. And I am harnessing the power of cheese to power my many, many inventors of Ubinus.
Did you just say it's cheese pumps?
I think he's saying it's a cheese-powered vessel.
Yes, this is cheese powered, yes.
Hmm.
As are my suit systems, by the way.
You know, I mean, to be fair, all you really need is propulsive mass. That could be very strong.
The ship is called the Oso Gouda. Rather beautiful, isn't she, when she's not damaged, at least?
Yes, wonderful, Professor.
It's certainly
Wonderful.
something.
And you invent many things, you say, and distress with your larger ship. I would be intrigued to hear more about such a vessel.
Well, I
Obviously happy to help out anywhere there's profit to be made. Sorry, anywhere there's someone in trouble.
mean, it would be magnificent if you could return me to my ship, because the toaster kind of burned a bit of a hole in the cashew thermalator, and you know, which is obviously connected to my patented chipolata potato smilatron. So obviously I can't return this ship in the direction that where my main ship is. So I wouldn't mind a lift. Are you okay to give me a lift? I'm sorry to impose upon you yet again.
Well, we were just headed to top off our oxygen tanks. If you have a supply on your ship, we could certainly divert.
That's
our
a very
supplies
good
are a little
question.
tight.
I probably do. Yes, probably.
Yes, if you bear with us one second, Professor, a little obviously wonderful to meet you in such
We need to get that thing locked to the floor.
Okay, apparently, Professor, you're coming with us whether you like it or not. Please get your ship locked down to the floor. We will be leaving soon, and I don't think you need to know the reason why.
Roger! Oh god. Doors are not made for my ample figure.
Yeah, we definitely have some company showing up. And I'm afraid that they didn't bring anything to go with cheese.
Closing main hand door. Looks like you're locked down.
I believe I'm locked.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm in.
Well, if everyone can take a chair,
Go,
we'll be going now.
Missiles.
I think this one might be costing you, Professor.
Understandable.
There's another ramming attack there.
Yep.
They got the O2 farm techs.
Ah, those sons of bitches. I'm gonna kill all of them.
That just makes the trip to the planet all the more important.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Yeah, if you
Not
had
to
any
mention-
reservations, we're doing it
Is a
now.
little ventilated.
It would appear my timing was perfect.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna come up there as soon as I clear my own fighter here. See if I can try to.
I am not amused.
Yeah, if you'd like to bear with us 1 second, Professor, we just need to have a little meeting up on the bridge.
No problem. I'm just scraping the toast off the floor and bits of melted cheese off the windscreen.
Oh yeah, that's a hole. That's.
I mean,
a big hole.
I mean, at least it technically it wasn't, you know, pressurized, so we didn't lose pressure.
It's like saying structural integrity doesn't matter when you don't have structure.
Hey, it's just a little balcony.
Hmm.
Actually, it is kind of nice walking out here.
I'm getting really
Not a bad
tired of
deal.
this. Really tired of this.
Well, whoever this schmuck is downstairs just cost us another hole in the ship. What do we do about it? Normally I'd say just rob the guy and leave him there, but do you want a ship shaped like a piece of cheese?
No.
With apparently some sort of toaster accident recently occurred?
I'd rather have a ship with a hole in it.
I would just rather have some food other than the MREs at this point.
I mean, if he could supply us with a little cheese and oxygen and...
What? From a ship full of holes?
Well,
I don't think so. Maybe if we
he
go back
did-
to his...
He does have a drill on that thing, so he's been clearly mining something of value.
Go back to his main ship, maybe see if it's, worth a certain professor disappearing.
Well, I'm up for theft. I'm not up for murder. I've got a hard line.
Oh, I don't know. I was more thinking he could just be
We still have
Found.
contacts out there, by the way.
floating around in his lovely piece of cheese by the next person that drops by that distress beacon and discovers what's on the far end. Yeah, we did not jump far enough.
Yep. All right.
I'd love to help you guys out right now, but that those burritos.
Are you still pretty dizzy from that the hit to your head? Do you need to lay down for a
Yeah.
minute?
I'm gonna go lay down for a little bit.
Because you're not actually talking and making much sense.
Yeah. I'll lay down for a bit.
All right. Where is he,
All right, well,
Professor?
you have a nice little lie down there.
There we go. No, please remain seated. It looks like we're going to be needing to move on out rather soon.
Yep. Right now.
If you could provide us with coordinates, we will make our way back to your vessel, help you out a little bit in the distress you seem to have found yourself in.
All right, everybody in a seat.
I'm sure he'll be most generous.
I can definitely do that.
I'm in.
Professor, are you in a seat?
I am in a seat.
Lovely. And then
Okay.
jumping.
Might have to reboot my suit here. Those welders acting up.
Yeah, so's mine. Okay.
I had to reinstall Blindo's XP to get this damn computer working. It wouldn't send SOS signals. This is, I think these are the right coordinates. I think so. Damn computer.
I just received one from your suit that says Mac. Is that the right one?
Think so.
Okay, well.
There was an update. Things got messy.
I know. Trust me.
Hmm. They're made by the same people who make the suit software. Absolutely.
This is not a suit update. Would you please go down? We need to restart. This may take a while. 3.5 hours of sitting in a chair later.
Mm-hmm.
Full body cramps. Still waiting 16%.
Full bladder is the worst part of it.
Yeah. I was drilling. I got an update to Solitaire. It was completely ridiculous.
Well then, how long till the drive charges?
It was at 70%.
Okay, and I hate to say it, but you're going to need to get moving. We have more incoming.
Of course.
On the throttle.
Yep, on it. All right. And power. Nice. That's we're gonna have to check the power conduits too.
All right. Let me check reactors, see what we got.
It's fine, just get us up to speed and let us drift. Buy us time to let the thing recharge.
Oh, I see what the problem is. The professor's craft is still thrusting.
Yeah, it's trying to break us. Professor, are you in your ship?
I'm in my ship.
Can you turn off your dampeners, please? Or your thrusters, one or the other. It's actually slowing us down from those nice gentlemen that are trying to kill us.
There we go. So now what's still thrusting in here?
I think we're good.
Probably Spacebar's ship.
Yep.
I've turned off all power to make sure.
Alright, I've turned dampers off on Spacebar ship.
Okay, well, we're holding steady.
How long on the jump drive?
It's at 90% last time I checked. Let me try again. 96%.
Not too bad. Okay.
I'm going back to a seat.
Be aware that I was near an asteroid when my ship flew off. So be careful on approach.
Okay.
We'll be alright. Our pilot's decent.
Okay.
Although don't tell him I
Everybody
said
ready?
that.
I'm ready.
Everybody in a seat.
Not quite. Come then. Let us rescue the professor.
Okay. Jumping. And braking.
Not heading towards an asteroid at high velocity?
Nope. Nope.
Good.
Alright, what's trailing smoke now? I swear we got all the smoke to stop coming out of the ship.
Yeah,
the
oxygen.
The whole oxygen farm.
Oh, right, yeah.
The
You know,
whole
and the
ship
left
crashing
side of the
into
bridge.
Seeing something at the rear of the starboard side, also on fire, it seems.
Yep.
It's fine, we're
it's
used to
go-
that.
It's
Never
actually going to
fear,
be a
Professor.
couple of jumps. I'm going to orient towards it, so watch out, guys.
That would explain the distinct lack of anything.
Distinct lack of what?
Anything.
We're also still a couple hundred kilometers from that waypoint that the professor just gave us.
Well, that's what I meant. That would explain why I can't see anything.
Yeah, now my HUD is even having problems. Losing connections to its sensors.
Yep. It's okay, though, Professor. This is a perfectly safe ship. You've been rescued by the right people.
Best mercenary team in the verse. As long as
I
we're well
can't-
paid.
I can't thank you guys enough. The toaster caught fire, my drills flew off the front of the ship, I hurtled away from my main ship, out of control, it was just terrible. Well, I was just mining. I was getting a couple of resources from the nearby asteroid. I just literally stopped right next to this, nice asteroid in space and took the ship out to mine.
Piece of cheese aesthetic.
Well,
Does that help with the mining process?
Oh yeah. Everything is always solved with cheese.
Interesting.
Whoa. I'm trying to put your oxygen farm fire out.
Don't worry about it. Just get rid of it. And it's not going to do anything.
All right, I'm back in. Just a little antsy because my suit's acting up.
Well, given we're on a charge, feel free to step out of the vessel, Mr. Professor.
Okay. Hang on, I need to power up the ship to open me doors. Hey there.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up here, stay up here, and see if I have the parts to fix those windows.
My, this is a beautiful ship you've got here.
Yeah, entirely custom built by ourselves.
Yes, it's, I don't get to see many ships where I'm from.
And where are you from?
Emerson Churai.
I see.
Yes, it's a beautiful planet.
One question.
I have a laboratory there where I do lots of experiments, and I found an untapped core of cheese, bubbling cheese, that I use to fuel my station, my ships, and everything else. And it's a beautiful planet. I didn't even get your name. You got mine. My name is Professor Mackel. Who are you?
My name is Nis. Good to meet you.
Nis?
Yes.
Nis. An unusual name.
Unusual times.
Yeah, okay. Well, just normally people with Nis, they've got a different kind of name,
Yeah, is that how it works? I wasn't aware there was a...
Well, just judging from your gait and your general kind of demeanour, I would almost... there's something about... a little bit of a Brian about you. I don't know,
Brian?
something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll meet the rest of your crew properly once they finish repairing, but...
This is the ship, if you'd like to come up to the bridge.
I'd love to.
Escort you into your... I won't call it quarters, it's an empty room for the most part, but hey, we'll get you there.
That looks like a very strong fighter. I'm assuming you've not been to the kind of far side of Hemis and Turai before, but there's markets, I could
I gotta wonder why... I mean, I assume the planet was named by yourself.
Well, there was nobody there. It seemed, I've completely lost you. There's, well, yes, I was the first person there. So, yeah. There were a couple of monsters, but they made nice slippers, so, you know.
Oh, welcome to the ship that has no pilot.
Yeah, I'm
Mr. Textfire.
popping off my oxygen.
Oh, okay.
Well, attempting to. It's once again not working.
It's just always slightly concerning when you arrive at the bridge.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean,
apparently we're ghost riding.
I mean, Professor Newton's in control right now.
Don't worry, I'm right outside anyways, so if anything did try to pop in on us, I could be on the jump seat in a second.
Out of interest, what kind of software do you run on this this ship?
We use the Penguin here.
The Penguin?
Yes.
A very reliable
Pengos.
piece of programming. I'm assuming you haven't tried the Platypus.
No, no.
It's not very common. I finished working on it last year in a kind of bout of feverish inventions.
No, we stick with Pengos. It's odd. I'm not sure how much you know about the development of this engine, but it originally, I mean, obviously well known now as being open source and easy to work with. I believe it was originally based off of an animated cartoon. like claymation style, and that's why all of the noises the OS makes are funny, like weird trumpety noises. Also, it's a bit of a douche.
Is it kind of ping at you?
Sometimes.
This must have some wonderful views when you're near a planet or on a planet. Doesn't look like it's been very far though. It looks quite reasonably new.
All right, we're almost ready to make another jump.
That's
Alright, making my
our
way
little
back in.
pleasure craft.
Oh, she's beautiful. I do appreciate a good design.
Oh, if you'd like to take a seat.
Mr. Farrell, if you'll like to
Yep, I'm
come
working my way
inside.
in. I'm in.
I
Okay.
need a seat.
Yes,
Add
sir.
a little bit of extra armor plating around that auction farm.
Everyone in their
seated.
seat. Okay. Should be able to do it in probably one more jump.
Really?
Mm. Yeah, that didn't look like that went anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's the weirdness of space, Mr. Texfire.
This is one of the reasons why I went for the platypus, you see, and decided to build it.
All right.
Because the ping
Everyone in
Penguin.
seat again, please.
can be awkward.
I'm in.
Sometimes it's just down to pilot error, I found, than this.
Hmm. Everyone in the seat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's disconcerting.
What?
Both times. Got a dry fire on the jump.
We
drive.
still running into problems from that interdiction.
I don't know. Hang on a second.
Kinda.
I'm gonna do a blind jump real quick.
Yeah, give it a
Half-ass.
shot.
I'm getting back in the seat then. What kind of half-ass hack job interdictor was that? Wouldn't be surprised
know.
from a couple of dirty cops.
Okay. Is everybody in their seat?
Seated?
Yeah, don't get up, spacebar.
I'm feeling much better now.
Are you?
That's good.
I told you the burrito MREs weren't the
You
answer.
sure you don't want to lay down a little bit longer?
I'll at least wait for this jump.
That did it. Okay.
So why exactly are we jumping?
I'm afraid that's my fault. Spacebar, was it?
Yes.
Ah, yes. Well, Mr. Spacebar, I'm getting a lift back to my ship. My ship its thrust is all kinds of out of whack. So you guys have very kindly given me a lift back to my ship.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know how I'm going to be able to repay you for this. This is just so generous of you guys.
Do you have snacks?
I've got some ideas in mind, never fear.
I've got a lot of snacks. I've invented many snacks.
Oh.
So,
There's a sandwich I've invented that's really good.
A sandwich would be really nice.
Does it involve ham and a little bit of egg?
intriguing. I must try this sometime.
Baby. Excuse me.
You alright?
Yes, just the toaster smoke got in my throat, that's all.
Got some cosmic coffee if you
Certainly
You sound
sounds like a
drink.
tasty dish. Where do you get the ham from these days? That's the question.
Well,
just hope it's not long ham. That'd be weird.
I do a fair amount of trading because my inventions are pretty, they're pretty good. I mean, I know I'm saying this myself, but they're pretty amazing inventions, and I can trade them. And
Oh, I'm very much looking forward to seeing your main vessel. I assume it's considerably more impressive than this one. I'd imagine so, as such a grand inventor.
Well, she's a very subtle ship. You know, I mean,
You certainly have a thing for subtlety.
yes, I mean, I shall show you around as you've been kind enough to show me around yours. If that would be suitable for you guys.
I'm finding that we're having to take the loosen the external skins before the stress comes off.
Oh, she's at warp time.
Yep.
Yeah, we got the worst of the damage from that last attack repaired. There's still a couple armor plates out there that are acting up, though.
How's
Got another 4 minutes to recharge.
How's the thruster situation looking? We got them mostly done.
Mostly done, yeah.
I think all the downwards ones were done.
What was this name of this planet of yours, Professor?
Hemi-Centauri, the one that I had my laboratory on,
Hey,
or the one that I was. Is that what you mean?
yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, I'm quite a long way away from that at the moment. I've been having to jump around myself. There's been all sorts of people around in space that I haven't wanted to mess with. I just got lucky that I came across you guys who were willing to help me.
Well, again, obviously, as someone such as yourself looked very stranded, we'd never leave a traveller alone. Although it's always nice to be compensated.
I invented the toast that was on my ship that caught fire, and I mean it was burning for a good hour, and yeah.
That's impressive.
Was this the feature of said toaster, or?
Well, I've found that when you're perfecting an invention, there are the occasional forest fire or, you know, thermal nuclear explosion or other kind of shedding of
Was that during the toaster test the thermonuclear explosion?
Yeah, yes, and
Wow.
no.
That's impressive.
Well, sometimes through the chaos, I learn new things. I used to have a beard, but then my electro spatula blew up. Yeah.
That
That was not a good day. That was not a good day.
Yeah, no, doesn't sound like it.
Any other household kitchen implements you've invented?
Oh, all sorts.
blown up.
Yes, I've built a non-stick spatula that allows you to remove eggs from chickens, and it cooks it as it's coming out. Deshells it, cooks it. However, I mean, there is a slight problem with that, is that normally the chicken dies.
I was going to say, is it animal rights organisations?
Well, I mean, I think
There
that
aren't many
might be
left.
some of the people that have been trying to catch me, you know, Space Peter.
See anything like Brian?
Right?
I'd have words.
Yeah.
is Brian. That's that very guy over being very tall, right? Tall Brian.
Ah, that's maybe why I thought Nis looked like Brian, because there was something about his physique. I've been to many worlds. I've, you know, delivering inventions and things.
I'll take a compliment about my physique, I guess. Normally not really visible through the suits, but
Yeah, you know, I mean, the suit does put on like 15 pounds.
Just gotta average it out, make sure everybody looks the same.
if you say so, Tex. You keep telling yourself that, friend.
I'm not sure I like what you're insinuating.
Me insinuate? I wouldn't. Never.
Yeah, if we're gonna fix that thruster, we're just gonna leave it sticking out.
Well, we've only got like 30 seconds until we're ready to jump again, so it's up to you guys, but
All right.
I may well have some materials on board that I can supply to you to help you out a little bit. I mean, it's the least I can do.
Oh, I'm sure you
that's
do.
very friendly.
No, you
Well,
don't have to do that.
save me from a dramatic toaster fire.
Fortunately, it wasn't one of the thermonuclear ones.
As a matter of interest, did you get my distress signal?
Which
I
one?
sent it out, but my computer was being like a nightmare.
Which one? And
Oh, was there
I-
more than one that came through?
are you a fan of Cheetos by any chance?
Not really. I'm a fan of like cashews and, you know, really rousing bagpipe music. I like walks on the beach. I like
This isn't a
poetry.
dating advert.
Is everybody in a seat?
Sorry.
Yep.
I fell into a thing I was recording on my ship. Sorry, ignore that.
Yeah. Everyone in a seat? Anybody not in a seat?
Asses
Now, forever
on
hold your
board.
peace. Or not?
I'm in.
Okay. Try this again. Really?
I didn't even see any sort of jump countdown
No,
on
it's
that
not even
one.
trying right now. Okay. Well, guess we're gonna do it the old-fashioned way.
I'm pretty sure if I went through my systems on my ship, I'd probably be able to find you a little patch, so this didn't happen quite so often. I mean, I wrote it myself, but you know, and I will happy to give you that for free.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it wasn't liking those coordinates. Maybe it had a problem. All right, and we.
There's my ship. I see it. I see the marker.
Where? Oh,
My
hang
ship is
on.
called the Innovate.
Looks like we're a little closer to some asteroids here.
Ooh.
Yes, I was out here mining, and it's the toaster. I don't know how a toaster manages to explode drills on the front of my Gouda, but oh dear, it all just happened so quickly.
How long were you drifting there, Professor? Because you were over 500 kilometers away from your
Well,
ship.
I did propel into space rather quickly. It
That's
was
quite an
around about
acceleration.
an hour or so, something like that.
Good grief.
I mean, I couldn't put out the fire because you know my cheese toasty was still in there. Well, more of a char toasty, really, by the end. So yeah. And don't worry, she is not armed at all. I have no need for weapons.
Yes, your disarming wit is clearly everything required.
Excuse me, sorry, there's more smoke in this ship. Yes, indeed, it's definitely that.
Are you sure
Well-
you don't want any of that cosmic coffee?
And some other inventions. You know, I've invented a lot of things. You'll see one or two of them on board the ship.
Well, I've got a beacon,
Oh, I can't wait.
and there is indeed an asteroid there, and it might even, well, it might have ice on it.
Ooh.
The Innov B.
Innovate.
Innovate. Yeah.
I had 7 other Innovs. There were one or two problems.
Oh well.
Fair enough.
Shock horror.
Well, I thought I'd try and stabilize one of the chickens with my thermo spatula in a stasis field. I got a wonderfully cooked egg, but it did destroy the ship and the chicken.
Okay. I'm gonna accelerate a little more, guys. Prepare for maneuvering.
We're good as long as we're not flying.
Okay. Well, I'm letting you know. We got 7 clicks to go, so I want to get there a little
Yeah, I
faster.
know. Understood. Freight doesn't normally argue. Take us in, Mr. Texfire.
Will do.
And away.
Dang it, what is still smoking outside the back of the ship?
What isn't smoking outside the back of the ship?
I don't know. Maybe someone found Tex's stash.
Probably.
I don't do that. I drink.
Hmm.
I don't know. You're a bit quick on the Dave's not here, man. So,
You know, start smoking the wacky weed. You break into drinking time.
Yeah, you know how he is. He's always quoting movies.
I see you like your orange.
Well, I kind of model it after. Have you been to Red Leicestershire 2? I got most of my
Oh wow.
metal
Okay, just
from
popped
there.
on my
It's
screen.
got a bit of an orange tinge to it. Metal from that
Oh.
planet.
Wow, my
Well then.
suit HUD just went crazy there.
Yeah, you should come up and see.
I mean, it did just go crazy and didn't just show me what I thought it showed me, right?
She is in parked mode at the moment, so don't worry. You know, she's
She?
stable. Yes.
Can we get a little closer, Mr. Texfire?
My suit is crashed. Give me a second, and I'll reboot it. Unfortunately, lowest bidder.
Look,
Yeah.
I think I may have to sort you out with some platypus updates, you know.
Hang
no.
on, let me, I'll tap into a bypass here.
Tengu is fine.
I think we're running Perky Penguin. It's the latest update, isn't it?
No, they started giving it like really stupid names.
You have to potentially let me know if this is working. I'm doing a thruster override.
I'm trying to remember. They were calling it after food for so long that they're onto some really, really bizarre stuff now. There's only so many
that
foods.
Suit interface.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking about the ship, the Liger operating system.
Yes. I think I used that once in a microwave.
You used a suit or a ship AI in your microwave?
Yes. I needed the microwave to perform for a king of a planet.
Are we going to move closer?
Yeah.
Why are we moving sideways? We're listing lazily to the left.
Oh, right. I see what it is. Hang on. I'm having problems with the suit override here.
I mean, they won't be able to catch us now, but...
We should have
We
tried
never
this
expect
before.
that.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the best maneuvers I've seen.
You know, you could turn the dampeners on. Sorry, stupid suit.
Yeah, it's problems on my end as well with this suit.
I wonder if I can get over there with the remaining of my suit power and bring my ship a little closer to you.
No, that's okay. I'll be able to move this here in any second now.
That helping?
Yes.
We're
Kinda.
headed towards ish.
Okay, let me know when to
As best as we can.
I'm applying the thrust control manually through the control console, so I don't really have a good gauge on our speed right now.
It does look like there's either ice or cobalt on that asteroid, at least.
How's that?
Just got us within 900 meters.
Guess we can fly over from here. If that's the
Alright.
plan. Guess we just need to get the professor's ship back to His main.
I might be able to crawl that distance. Are we under 1,000 meters? Yeah, we are just. Yeah, I should be okay.
My ship's up. My suit's almost finished rebooting. So if you guys want to head on over, I'll join you shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I'm actually gonna do that myself here. Give this UI a little bit of a reboot.
I might take the professor up on his upgrades at this rate. I'm not sure there's not much worse I could do to the suit.
You say that.
All right. At this point, just pause it up. Don't do anything, anybody. This is getting too awkward.
Okay, yeah. Things have just been going crazy
Like,
on my
there's
end.
only so much RP that you can do before suits disconnecting gets a little too much. Yeah, guys, there's a space engineer's problems. Woo, big surprise.
Yeah, client
after-
crash.
That never happens.
After that last attack, there was stuff on the ship that was not, I'd be at it with a welder and it would not be welding up, was not taking parts, so. But if I ground it down and rewelded it, was fine.
Yep. That's the thing.
Well, I guess I'll just reconnect then as well.
I'm actually reloaded now.
Now I'm loading back in.
Oh, actually, yeah. Hang on a sec.
Hang on a sec, he says.
Yeah. Someone once sent me a video that's exactly right for these sort of moments. I suspect you might know which one I mean.
All they get to see on my end is the clangtacular difficulty screen.
Well, thank you very much, guys, for the donations and so on tonight. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. Albeit made somewhat more difficult when Space Engineers doesn't cooperate.
Yeah, sorry, I tried to play it off. It was just taking too long to load.
That's okay. That's the
as
second
soon
time
as-
I've had to take
As soon
control
as
of the
that
ship from you after
magnificent
you crashed.
ship loaded in LOD, it was like, nope, goodbye, client.
That's the second time I've had to take control of a ship from you after your client has crashed too, by the way.
Right now, this stream is currently experiencing technical
Last time I had to
issues.
land it.
We appreciate your patience.
This time I was
and
able to
hope
get us
you'll
close
stick around.
eventually.
We hope to have these issues
Makes them grind me out of the
resolved
cockpit. Everyone
Please stand
avert their
by.
eyes.
Pay no attention to text being ground out of the ship. Alright. I am back in. Question mark?
Maybe.
Took a while
Sorry, I had to
load in.
leave for such an extended period of time. Our DNS servers crashed at work.
It happens. As people are saying, it's the world of doing it live.
Mm-hmm.
What's your opinion on iced tea or sweet tea? Nah, just have tea.
Now, figure out why the heck the jump drive couldn't jump to a coordinate.
I suspect that was probably due to the same the same game problems you and I are having, Tex. I'm wondering if that was a client-side thing where it just wasn't interacting right with the server anymore.
Maybe.
This shuttle is magnificent, Mac.
well, this was a very kind contribution by a certain Mr. Kaching.
Oh, GG, Lady T.
Lovely, isn't it?
You fucking legend. AC/DC dogs, mother. That's weird. How you doing? Not in a Joey way.
I had enough of a headache with the big ship, so. I can't tell you how much joy I had one time there was a bug and it went flying off into space, like hurtling, like turning upon itself forward, rolling at 1,000,000 miles an hour through space, and it was joyous watching that little bit of cheese disappear off into the distance. I didn't worry about it at all. It was wonderful.
Did they break?
I mean, Wasted needs to mash together his own Space Engineers clips instead of these that he uses for intermission. They are mine. They're just from Twitch.
How dare you use your own clips?
God damn it. No. One of those is actually not yours.
There is a
Wasted.
clip from Wedgie and there is a clip from you in that video. I think there's one of each and then the rest are mine.
There might be, if you've got the one with like the thing that keeps jumping back and forth. I think that was from my POV, but
You're like,
No, that was from Wedgie's.
there's a
Oh, was it?
couple of
The
other
ship takedown?
people's POVs and that is it. Anyway. Everyone okay?
yep, I'm loaded in.
Ready?
Cool.
Come on, Force. Let's get back into character.
Yep. Here we go.
Would you like me to give you a lift over?
Now we'll bring it closer.
Okay. I shall go and open up some things for you. I think I can just about get over there.
We're
Let me know when we're ready.
There. And Vanguard Scene 2. Take 2. And action.
Oh, well, that's quite the impressive ship there, Professor.
it's very nippy.
Yeah, that's
What are we
very
even looking
orange.
at? Other than me dying of no.
Low.
I've been asking myself the same question for the past hour.
Your health
Kind of
is
no.
critical.
Is that like the Castle Arg?
No.
Legends told of that place.
I've always wanted to go to the Castle Arg.
Mm-hmm. I hear they have the best takeout in the entire galaxy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that.
They serve Welsh rarebit.
Mm-hmm.
Welsh frogs, eh? I've had those. They're nice.
Did you said you invented this ship yourself, Professor?
I did, yes.
Never would have guessed it.
It's very interesting.
On the
Okay.
other hand, I don't think I've ever seen anything like it before.
Are you bringing a small ships over, or are you just jetpacking over?
I'm bringing the Vanguard a little bit closer. I mean, our ship a little bit closer.
Vanguard.
Yeah, we're huge fans of the show.
It's
I'm
I've named all my ships.
I'm afraid I don't really get much time for television. I'm normally looking at graphs and computer readouts. A show, you say? A show? I mean, with performers, dancers, and they dance on the ship?
No, we don't have any dancers. I think we're all
Could
out.
be. Could be.
Yeah. Like one of
As
those
a business
musicals.
proposition goes, I like it.
Yeah, well, all we have to do is find some dancers. How's your dancing, Professor?
Well, I mean, I do some amazing backspins. Now, I've mastered the art of body space popping. Yes. Well, I've got the lockdown.
Professor, is it safe to approach a little bit closer or no?
This looks a bit more like a ship, I guess. What on earth is it?
Well, we're currently in park mode, so all of my vents are open to vent my heat, because unfortunately my large turbines, they do get incredibly hot. So all the vents are open at the moment to let some of the heat out.
Is that the cheese drive in action, or...?
Well, it's just, you know, sometimes I've noticed with cheese, you know, in my very in-depth study of it, it can get absolutely scalding when it's too hot, so I find I have to kind of open up the vents to make sure that, you know, the ship doesn't blow up. It's just a couple of things I learned with the other 7 Inovs.
So, in other
What?
words, you don't want the pot to boil over.
You learned not to blow them up, I hope?
Mostly, yeah. It's not so easy to rebuild a ship when you're just in a suit with a welder and 1 steel plate.
Yeah, but that would get tedious going back and forth.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
like, I can show you what it's like when it's in flight mode.
I'm more intrigued for now about some sort of recompense. I mean, looks like we've got you back to your ship quite fine. Maybe a little.
Well, I suggest
in
you come
return?
on board. Look, there's a hangar underneath the ship, which I shall
I
open
see.
for you now.
Mr. Nis, unfortunately, it looks like that is a positive cobalt, which, while lovely, doesn't really help us much with our oxygen situation.
Well, that wasn't why we came here.
Yeah, these are the new Chompatron doors. There's a bit of a chomping action when they open and close. It was an accident, but I quite like it, so I left it.
Uh-huh.
And there is gravity inside, guys,
what
so
benefit out of interest does the chomping action provide to the docking procedure?
I use it to recharge part of the batteries with the action. I mean, I
Okay, so it's
I sometimes use this hangar bay as I sometimes put stuff out on the floor here and have little exhibitions in here of certain inventions I have. So feel free to have a look around the walls if you like for some of the things I've invented that I sell quite a lot of.
I'm going to continue working on fixing up those thrusters, Nis, but give me a shout if you need me.
You apparently have invented the light bulb, the calf, cheese, I'm not even sure, guns, maybe? Underpants?
I am quite interested in these freedom briefs.
Yeah, they come with they're made of almost entirely eagles.
Oh.
Yes.
And the tank. There's some fine inventions, sir.
Well, there's not just any light bulb and not just, you know, any cheese or any guns, you know, like the guns, for example. They're the organ motivational gun. So if you have employees that perhaps don't work very well or they're a bit lazy, you can shoot them and it motivates them. It also has quite a nice side effect of combing their hair at the same time. So
I have been known to motivate spacebar in a similar manner.
Ow.
And the tank is an inflator tank. This one with the cars is some kind of game that I'm developing, and I've also got some wheels that are kind of quite interesting that have kind of been a spin-off idea from that. So,
That's wonderful, but I can't say any of these really jump out at me as like, oh, a sufficient reward for, I mean, saving a life, you said?
oh, this is just the stuff that I sell to random people I meet. You guys deserve a look at some of the stuff that I've been working on, rather than, you know, stuff that I just sell every day. This stuff's nice and everything, but you know, let me show you around.
I assume it's suitably impressive. Maybe a little more so?
Everything I invent is impressive. This is the medical wing here. I do get quite a lot of people with certain problems that come through here, so, you know, don't worry about that sign up there.
And how many of those are... In fact, I won't ask. Please, no, please, lead on.
This is the engine room. I've built most of this by hand.
I mean, the cheese reactors look very familiar. But
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit.
Guess you make use with what parts you have on hand.
You do what you can, indeed. And up here we have a storage deck, really. Also an observation deck to get to, you know, you can see that my thrusters are folded in at the moment as we're in park mode.
Hmm.
And then further upstairs, we have the more habitational section. Now this is one of the things that I wondered whether you might be quite interested in. This is a new thing that I've put onto the ship that I've been developing. If I take you into my lab, don't worry about the bodies on the floor. These aren't actually bodies, they're spacesuits I've been working on. I've been developing some software and some other things for the body.
And the end result of the development process is
my suit's
death?
My suit is able to moisturize me. That was the outcome of that experiment. I haven't found a purpose for that, and I am incredibly slippery under here. Like, really slippery. I fly out of bed. But this is my laboratory, and as you might see from some of the screens, I'm developing a thing that I'm calling the Protectron X. And it's basically a kind of a shield. But I've found that if I harness some of the cheese while building it, that from, you know, Hemis and Churai, that it actually, the protective range of it can be quite large. The first time I pushed it up to full range, it exploded. But the second time, it kind of covered a reasonable amount of the ship, and through some other calculations that I've been doing using the Platypus software, I've been able to kind of get a shield that basically protects my ship, which is why I don't need ammunition or weapons anymore. You know, it tends to turn people away from maybe meeting me if I just arrive with loads of weapons, so I found it's a nice icebreaker.
Okay, you're gonna have to remember this side of the ship at the top.
You're under attack.
Yep, we're under attack.
Yep.
Professor, if that thing can move, I'd suggest you get it moving.
My shield should hold.
Yeah, but I don't have any.
Then yes, you may well need to run.
Yes, I think this might be an opportunity for us to temporarily split ways. Apologies.
But Professor, you have our comm code now. We'd be happy to talk to you again.
If you'd like to. That is some impressive technology.
Well, I shall put her in flight mode and fly out of here myself, because it seems these people don't want to trade.
They don't want to
apparently
trade,
not.
and it looks like, by the judge of things, your shields may be failing soon.
Alright, let me know when everybody's on board.
Almost.
I'm on and seated.
Seated.
Wasted?
Yep.
I mean, okay. Whew. Well, that was interesting. That's the first time we've not been the ones being attacked.
Yeah.
Probably by virtue of the drones didn't maneuver around in time, but
Well,
Did we get hit, or was it just the professor?
I didn't see any missiles coming towards us, but I was towards the rear, finishing up the last of those Hydra thrusters.
I believe the professor was between us and the enemy.
So, was that as nutty as it sounded over the radio?
Yeah, just a little.
100%, yes.
Okay. Okay, good.
But
The professor made it out of there all right, though.
that didn't exactly mean that he didn't have shields, though.
Oh, he had shields.
We saw him working. The question is, did he survive?
Yeah.
Somehow I think that he has a way of surviving.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
No, I mean, he's managed to survive this long somehow.
Right. Well, how are we looking with our main project? I guess if he's going to find us, he'll show up. But at least we've got this, what does he call it? Hemi-Centauro?
Yep.
That was something like that. Centauri.
Something like that, yeah. Everywhere I turn around in this ship, more stuff needs to be fixed.
I mean, even if he could get us a line on a shield generator, we'd be a lot better off. Interesting character.
Can you imagine if that had been on us?
Oh, we would have been destroyed immediately.
We would have been wrecked. Right, well, the hydro thrusters is done.
Yep. No, I finished the last one while you were talking to him. I'm gonna toggle them on for a second, see if I can get them to the light.
Okay, that's almost scary. Don't burn anything.
No, I wasn't gonna fire. I was just gonna light the pilots.
Okay. Looking good to me.
Did they all light?
From what I can see, top right and front on your port side are good. Underside across the board looks good.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna preserve our juice. Yeah, that took 1% of our hydrogen. So wow.
Yeah.
I don't think we could support any thrusters. You guys did say that you had you put in some
You don't need
parachutes.
to slow down for long. Oh wow.
You've got one chute in each slot right now.
What was the clang? Spacebar? What did you do?
I was standing right here. I wasn't doing anything.
Oh, hang on a second. I think I know who that was.
Hmm?
Oh.
Innovate to Vanguard.
Ah, welcome back, Professor.
Here's our friend escaped. Good evening,
Apparently.
Professor.
You seem to be glowing a bit red there, Professor.
I am venting, don't worry. I am switching into flight mode. I had to go into park mode coming out of that jump.
I'm glad to see that you survived all that attention. Does that happen often?
Not really, no. Most people, like, you know, they recognize the ship. I do spend quite a lot on marketing. There's always some lawless people in space.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some people that I understand don't even like cheese. Crazy.
Oh, isn't that something?
Looks a little different.
Yeah, quite a bit.
I'll put her into park mode for you.
Oh, that's a shame. I was kind of curious how quickly it could
I can.
move along.
Yeah,
Well, that's impressive.
I can show you if you like.
Oh. It moves pretty good for a ship of her size.
I'm interested to hear find out where you managed to get your shield technology. I thought that was still fairly restricted to military craft.
Well, you know, without wanting to make too much of a pun of it, you know, I do innovate on this ship. You know, sometimes you have to go above and beyond. However, let me just put her in park mode for you.
Well, if it could stretch your generosity that far, I think if you wouldn't mind sharing your plans for your shield system, it seems very effective. I'm very interested in seeing if we could build one for our craft.
I think that's the least I can do.
He also said he was
I mean-
unarmed, Mr. Texfar, so just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I do have one or two. I mean, obviously, I'm a little bit kind of stuck at the moment because, you know, the Gouda is my main mining ship.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I've got so many inventions, and if I need to get that, you know, give you a nice version of the Protectron X, then, you know, I want to make sure that it's a fantastic version of it, and it's going to be tricky for me to replace that miner. You know, I haven't got time to work in it. It's so close to being perfect, the shield, and I wouldn't want to give you something that, you know, cause you any problems or anything like that.
Sounds like we're being fleeced. What do you want?
Well, I mean, if you were able to maybe help me in some way when it comes to the miner, whether it's providing a
just did.
miner or...
But what, you want me to just off up a miner?
Well, the thing is that these shields, if I was to sell them, they're incredibly expensive. And there's a certain technology that, as far as I'm aware, amongst other inventors, I am the first to harness from Hemis and Shurai. Now, the pure power of cheese, I've been able to harness it. And, you know, this is some good stuff, guys. You know, this is some good stuff. You know, you're not going to get this just anywhere. It's not going to be on any ships. You know, this is some good stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, I understand they're not cheap. Probably cost you some serious cheddar.
And at least...
Would you say it's some Gouda stuff?
I would. Sure. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Are you still nearby? You guys? Oh, there
Could
you
we
are.
get the crew together, perhaps?
Yeah.
We need a little discussion.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
I mean, you'd be welcome to join me if you can still hear me. You'd be welcome to
yeah,
join me in
just-
Hemis and Shurai sometime.
No, just give us 1 minute, Professor. We'll discuss your offer.
Okay.
Ow!
As for the puns.
Oh.
Hmm.
Now then,
Haha.
I want some miner.
Yep.
I think I know where we can find one.
No.
We don't need to build... No. That's ours. Fine. You want to keep that? We'll keep that. You don't even need to build one. You guys remember that... What was it? V-Corp, I think? You know, where the Pencops were
Oh,
from. We
they
dropped
had
the
a
guns
couple.
off.
They had a couple of mining vehicles.
Those little ships that were just about and completely immobile.
Oh, right.
You think just running a scoop one?
I'm thinking we just run in, landing gear on, scoop and get out of there. And do what we do once we're out of range, right? It's not like... I mean, V-Corp amongst everyone else is just as pissed with us. So be it.
Well, technically not yet, but yeah.
If we do it right, they won't even know.
That's true.
There was no one in those miners. There wasn't anything happening.
Well, and you could see, and you saw how many missile hits they was able to tank with that shield. I mean, I don't care what kind of wacky technology he has. If it works that well, I want one.
I'm just thinking it might be easier than... I did mark how to get in there and potentially steal the thing, but something about those noises. If if we can do it cheap and easy without costing ourselves much, sure, we can deliver this guy a miner. I'm not sure I want to go anywhere near that thing anymore.
Yeah, boy, it sure... You know, they say sound doesn't carry in space, and yet I can almost hear that.
I think I can feel it through the suit.
It's good enough.
Well, that's just the suit enhancement for amplifying the quantum fluctuations in local space-time.
Yeah, no, I'm on board. I think that's a good idea. Pick up a miner there, supply them with a miner, get the plans for a shield.
Howdy there, Mr. Professor. Yeah,
Hello,
mighty
Mr.
fine
Ness.
vessel. Very impressive. Certainly looks more like what you would expect when in, what do you call it, flight mode. But yes, I'm sure we can help you out if you just give us some coordinates maybe that we could meet you at in the future.
Oh, absolutely.
Then, yeah, a miner you say, a miner you shall have.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I mean, the best place to come to would be Hemi-Centura, where you can come to my lab and I've got all the data there and you can pick it up from there. And it's also got a fairly good place to drop off a ship as well, so...
Guess if we come visit, we might, you know, pull up. We're trying to be discreet, so we might pull up a little bit further away. Just so we don't get seen coming in, but yeah, it's good to have helped out a fellow captain in distress. Good
Well, I
luck with
can't
that.
thank you enough for that. I mean, considering these things, any kind of miner, a small ship miner that you'd be able to find, the shield would be worth 10 times that. So even if, you know, even if I make a better one, how about this? You know, I'll provide you with that better one as well, and you can just keep the old one and sell that on, because you'll sell it for a lot.
All right. Well, that seems like a deal. If you'll just send us over the coordinates you want us to meet you at, we'll go get you a miner.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I think I have sent that to your computer now, so you will have
Good.
that.
Are you gonna be good from here?
I think so. I think I should be okay. But thank you again so much for saving me. I can't thank you enough, and it seems that fortune was on my side meeting you guys. And we shall meet again.
That's what they always say. Crew of the Vanguard, here to help.
Oh.
Well
Safe
then.
travels, Professor.
Wish
Thank you very
best.
much.
And may the good be with you. Always.
Really.
Mm-hmm. Everybody in a seat?
Nope.
Indeed.
Yep.
And a seat.
Vera? Mr. Ness, are you in a seat?
I am, Mr. Texfire.
Well, let's see if this thing wants to jump.
Farewell, my friends.
Farewell,
Farewell.
Razor.
Holy cow, it actually worked this time. Alright, I'm gonna slew us around for the station.
Station?
Yeah, we're headed to the BC ore processing station, aren't we?
Yeah, for the miner.
I was going to stick with the fact that we still need oxygen for the time being.
Fair enough. Ah, okay.
Like survival first
probably good
before
priorities
we...
first. Yeah.
As much as I'd like to get my hands on that juicy shield tech, don't get me wrong. What did he say?
Might
It
need-
was...
it's not gonna help us breathe.
He also said this place was miles away. Yeah, that might be a proper journey. So...
Okay, well, I'm pointed towards big blooming ice ball.
And we've got targets on the scope.
Okay, ready for maneuvering.
Just
How
in
did they
time.
already find us?
Yeah, maybe we need to sweep the ship.
Yeah.
That's 2 groups of visitors we've had now.
Oh,
One
and when we
clearly
sweep the
bent,
ship,
and the other clearly a fucking lunatic. God knows what they could do.
and when we sweep the ship, we're also going to look for whatever the hell is still burning on it.
This time?
Because I'm getting a little tired of leaving smoke trails everywhere we go.
Spacebar's cooking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tex, is that your still that's smoking?
Yeah, no, this looks like it's coming from the port side. My still is definitely not on the port side.
So he admits
That's
it.
the still he doesn't have is definitely not on the port side.
Yep. Yeah,
Roger
if I
that.
had one, it would definitely not be on the port side.
All right, I'm going to try to go out while we're thrusting and see if I can find it.
Oh, he's a brave man.
I'm
I
at
wouldn't
max
recommend
speed.
it.
I'm at max speed right now, so.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Not only that, but they're not that far behind us.
Yeah, they're falling back. Looks like we're managing to keep ahead of them just. Pop out, I'll pop back in, it'll be nice and quick.
Yeah, yeah. Heard that before.
You say that.
Just open up the engine hangar doors, so that way if I gotta get back in, I can pop in quickly.
Okay.
They've already got a line on what's smoking here. At least I can see it.
The man's obsessed.
Yeah, he really is.
How do we know they're not tracking us by trace elements we're leaving behind from this thing?
Really?
Because if
That
they were
sounds
going
like
to
a-
track us,
that
they'd
sounds like a
probably do
bad-
it in a...
It sounds like a bad plot from Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
They're chasing us by the microparticles left in the trail of our warp converter.
No, the problem there is, this is real life, where things don't necessarily work like that.
Or at the very least, I found some new damage that needs to be repaired here.
Oh, it wasn't you.
Why is the sauna not pressurized anymore?
I
Because
don't know.
apparently Texfire has broken it.
I didn't break anything. You were the last person who used it.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
I'm also suspecting you were the last person to use that survival kit that tried to kill me.
Ooh, a mystery.
Just saying, somebody just shot somebody and it wasn't me.
I'll take the case.
You're a janitor.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
you're
remember
not a-
rightly-
You're not a PI.
Yeah, but if I remember rightly, you need to be an old lady or like a librarian or a doctor. These are all acceptable fallback PI roles. Janitor?
Found it.
I don't remember any janitor PIs. I'm sorry.
No.
We are no longer smoking.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a spotlight out here that took a hit.
Oh,
Not the spotlight.
really?
In the
Really?
weirdest possible spot, too.
That is all the smoke. All that smoke was coming from a spotlight?
Mm-hmm. There's some sort of really nasty short circuit, I'm guessing.
Hmm.
I'm back on board inside.
No, we really need better seats up here on the bridge.
At some point, we're not running for our lives or retrofitting a hydro system. I'll work on that.
Hmm.
We have a nice cheese and wine party up here. It'd be great.
Never did get my snacks.
You're
Wait,
right.
you went on that ship and you didn't come out with any canapes or cheese?
It's not like he was offering anything.
Yeah, I didn't want to just steal it.
It'd be rude to ask, you know? I mean, we were his guests.
Mhm.
Hmm.
I mean, what were we, raised in a barn or something?
Someone was looking around for stuff to
You
steal.
say that like it's a bad thing.
Were you raised in a barn?
It was a converted barn.
That's not the same thing.
It was an old ship hangar, you know, that had been converted
That's
into.
very much not the same thing.
It was a barn.
Were there
Ship
animals
barn,
kept-
but it was a barn.
Yeah. Okay.
That does explain a lot, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I'm not the one who keeps leaving doors open. Even though I was raised in a barn.
We have like 5 doors. What are you complaining about?
Not only that, but none of them are pressurized.
Yeah, well,
As far as I
except
can
for
tell.
You know, if we ever do get this tub pressurized, then you guys are going to be letting all the air out because you're going to be out of the habit.
Probably. Right, you see that there, Ice Moon?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get there. How are we
Yeah.
looking on the parachutes, Mr. Farrell? Did you manage to find enough canvas to...
We've got 1 in each system right now.
Okay, we need 5 in each system.
5.
Yeah.
Yep. What do you think
We're
is
going to
this?
be
A small,
falling
a small
5
ship?
times.
I did queue up 500, or not 500. I did queue up 100 canvases.
5? How many times are you planning us to crash?
I mean,
To be
saying-
There's
fair,
a fair bit of canvas in there.
he has been here, you know, like... Now, remind me, are these the old busted ones that you have to set an auto deploy on? You can't open and close them manually? Or did we get the updated blueprint on that?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm ready to jump. Would you guys like to get closer?
I'm in a seat.
on my way up.
You said we were done smoking. I'm seeing more smoke coming out over there.
I didn't do it.
Bar.
I wasn't me.
Uh-huh.
I'm in a seat. What are we smoking from?
I'm not in a seat.
I
Okay.
have no idea. I don't even know why that spotlight's over on that side of the ship. It can't even beam out anywhere.
I
It's
am
facing inside, but there is a block in front of it.
doing the parachutes before someone forgets.
Nobody would ever forget the parachutes. It'd be crazy.
Or fail to put enough in. That would be dumb, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm.
You mean like anticipating the fact that we were somehow going to drop out this like a stone out of the sky 5 times? I didn't know the plan was to intentionally deploy parachutes that many times.
You know that one thing of canvas isn't enough for a ship this size, right? Did you ever fly anything large?
On the record or off the record?
Either.
That's an intriguing answer. You might have some questions to be asked in the future, Roger.
Right, yeah. Nope. Have not flown anything that big.
In a seat.
And seated.
Okay, and jumping.
I'm just saying, if I don't figure out what's smoking, it's probably gonna get worse.
Well, we're definitely getting closer.
Yep.
You know, the one thing we didn't get is on this thing was any landing gear.
I thought we had some.
On the bottom? No. Do it. While we're charging, let's make sure that if we do get down, we can lock this thing in place.
I'm seeing some in the terminal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
like-
the ones up front under the nose
The one up
section.
under the bridge.
Oh, right.
If we're going to be landing with the bridge, we got other issues.
Part of me makes me wonder. Well,
What?
2 things. Number 1, somewhere down the line, we need to make this bridge separate.
I totally agree. I'm fairly sure I said that first.
What?
And then somebody started telling me that I was unrealistic, and that was only when they crashed the ship in that one episode.
you realize just how difficult that's going to be. You're talking entirely independent power systems, independent gyros, independent thrusters.
Oh, come on
You're
now.
just inspired by the professor's ship, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I'm thinking... What was that name? They called it Space Jaunt. That was it.
Space
What?
Yeah, it was like all the ships in that series could like split at, I don't know, it's hard to describe, at the neck. And the number of times they were like, oh, we're gonna split the ship, and it actually kind of worked. But maybe there's
It's
something
the
to it.
kind of work that worries me, though.
Anyway, for now, not the point. Other point for now. Do we want to do a little test? Maybe we build ourselves something nice and simple with a long-range antenna, battery, antenna, camera, parachute, and we lob it towards the planet, and we see whether or not parachutes work.
Okay, fair enough.
Like a drone?
Well, or you know, like a
Pretty
fighter
much,
craft.
but no, I wasn't necessarily thinking about the fighter craft. The thrusters on that won't work. I was literally just thinking like a basic little, not even a drone, a probe.
Well, I mean,
might work.
that would be one way of figuring out what's actually, you know, out there before we stick our nose in it.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is our fallback plan is the parachutes. It'd be real nice to know that that fallback plan's going to work.
That's not the right, Errol, those aren't the right height.
I mean, those aren't the right height.
Landing gear.
I
you
mean,
need.
they're not gonna touch the ground when the back rear ones touch.
Yeah, they are. They're the same height as the ones being put in place in the back there.
Don't think so.
Yeah, they are.
They look like they are.
The bottom of the ship is more or less a flat plane. Except for this little indent in the middle here. Those are
Okay.
definitely the right height.
Okay, fair enough. Whatever. I'm wrong.
I mean, they're certainly up a block, at least a block above these ions up front here. So
They're also facing the wrong direction.
I mean, they're facing the wrong direction.
Yeah, I mean, they're totally not working the feng shui. These are obviously going side to side.
Yeah, but the landing stresses are going to be transmitted up and diagonally unless you're planning to come down straight down.
I'm planning on putting this thing down so easy. We don't even need these landing gear. What are you talking about?
Oh, so you mean the parachutes are going to drop us down easily enough?
Nope. Nope. That's my job. Best pilot on the ship. Well, the only one who's actually qualified for large craft, apparently.
The only one who's been willing to sit in the seat so far is what you mean.
He's not wrong.
He's the one that's got the most experience with this weight. That's certainly true.
I mean, I
I'm
like
sure about his atmospheric experience, but hey.
You know, that's actually a really
That one I'm willing to spot text.
that's a completely valid concern, to be honest.
Generally
was under
not the
pretty
part
try.
you have to
Honestly,
deal with.
nobody has flown anything this large in
That's because
atmosphere,
people generally don't.
except for maybe the military with their heavy landing craft.
Probably because it's a dumb idea.
No.
Just
Yeah,
saying.
I mean, it kind of is.
It's the best
I mean,
idea.
Just saying.
Have faith. When have I
At the
done you
very
wrong so far?
least- At the very least, if we have the parachutes on, and they're ready to go, and they don't work, they'll at least work somewhat, which is still better than plunging full speed into the ground, even if it's only by a couple meters per second.
Listen, let's do a quick test, see how it works out.
no, I think that's a fine idea.
So does that mean you're excited to be a part of it?
Who wouldn't be?
I mean, if we survive, sure.
At the very least, with the added hydrogen thrust, she should maneuver a bit more like, I don't know, a stab rat.
How close are we to atmosphere at the moment?
I do not know because I don't have an ephemera, so I have no idea what the diameter of that moon is.
Oh, fair enough.
Oh, hey, look. I found Barrel's smoking gun, or spotlight.
Again? What is causing
That should put him in a better mood, at least, I hope.
I already ground that thing down and rebuilt it. Why is it still smoking?
Hmm.
Actually, if it's the one I was looking at, then we just rip it out because there's nothing. It's not actually lighting anything, surprisingly. There's a block in there right in front of it.
Yeah, I think they use that to fake thruster effects.
Thanks, Spacebar. Oh, God.
What are you guys doing?
Goodbye, text fire?
Yeah, well, my suit thrust off. I may also be... No, I'm not a hydrogen, but I may be about to die.
It'll be alright. Just walk it off.
Hey, you never know. We might get a bit more soylent out of the ice. Normally you can construct or reconstruct enough vital components to be able to...
Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, they say that you don't feel it, really, but they lie.
At least you'll get charged for it.
Oh man, I hate dying. It sucks.
Can't think of many people that say, hey man, bit of dying just makes my day.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly have a really good ring to it. Kind of hard to sell it.
No.
Not to mention that it would kind of upend the whole greeting card industry as well. I mean, if you didn't have to send a card because someone had died.
Congratulations on dying. They'd find a way of
Sorry that
making
you
it
died
work.
last week.
No, that's what I'm saying, Obi. You died.
Congratulations on dying. You did well, or poorly, however the case may be. Someone turn up the artificial gravity in here again?
I think so.
It's reading 1.0. I'm wondering why I was having problems getting on top of the fighter.
Shouldn't be.
Energy low.
I'm not sure that cargo is actually connected, Spacebar.
No, it is.
Guys, find a seat, please.
I'm in. Good timing.
Go.
Tennessee.
Boost, boost, boost.
Hey, drive.
Yep.
I guess we got an idea of how big the planet is. About that big.
Yeah, I had to dial down to.
But theoretically, you're saying we should be pretty close then.
Oh yeah, we're right on the edge of the atmosphere.
That's good. Perfect for the test. As I said, we need to make sure that these things are actually going to open. There's no way after this long we're just going to crash the Vanguard into the ground.
Nope. Here, let me get us on the edge of the atmosphere. The ions will hold it okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your battery is built. So how do you propose moving that towards the planet?
By
I could just-
attaching it to one of our fighters.
Yeah, I could
Just-
easily grab onto that with the landing gear, just whip it out there.
Pick it up and run with it, yeah.
It'd be
Although
nice
it
if
would
I could.
probably help if I'd put the parachute on the right way around.
The other thing that would be nice is if I could actually get this suit to engage. There we go.
Yeah, I was having a weird thing. I couldn't even pull up the blueprint for a hydrogen bottle for a second ago.
Weird.
Yeah.
What was that?
Nah, that was me. I dropped the plate on the floor.
You do drop it in the echo chamber?
It's. Have you seen how empty this bridge is?
Not true.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, she's as ready as she'll ever be.
All right, let me unload the inventory, and I'm ready to take the little thing out for a spin.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready to disembark, and I'll stop. Unless you want to come out while I'm dropping 30 meters a second.
No. Oh,
No, definitely. We need to find where the edge of the gravity is. Well, we are at the edge of gravity, so
We are. Yep. And holding.
just dipped into it.
Edge of the gravity is at 20,000 meters, so
That's a good sign.
that is a great sign.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Alright.
entirely consistent with a half G to quarter G moon. All right, opening the hangar doors. Nope,
Hangar doors
no.
already open.
Up a bit.
Ooh, I should come down there and watch this.
Up and back a bit. There you go. Yeah, you good.
What is it they used to say way back in the day? Pick it up and yode it, I think?
No, they didn't.
Oh. Yurt?
There you go, you should be able to grab it if you go. I think it's because you're on top of the parachute.
Go.
You got it.
Yogurt, that's what it was.
Wasn't that character from that Base Wars franchise, yogurt.
And
Oh, hang on a sec. Don't go anywhere.
Hang on. Oh, you want to come along for the ride?
No, it needs a remote control, otherwise I can't view from it.
Ah.
It's got cameras and an antenna on it, but I need the remote control, otherwise I can't attach. So hold 2 secs. I've got the parts I need. Whee. And if you thought these suits were fun normally, now do it with gravity. Completely the wrong way around, but it'll do.
Alright. Just anywhere in particular other than just straight down?
I just want to see if the parachutes work, to be honest.
Alright.
I'm going to raise up a little bit until we're actually out of the gravity field to make jetpacking a little bit easier.
And I'm on board. Dropping at 54 meters a second at the moment. 55.
Okay, we are out of gravity.
Oh,
And so am I.
apparently I got kicked out of the front of the ship.
Oh, sorry about that.
I don't understand that. I was in the camera view and...
Ah, this is much better than we work thruster configuration.
On board with the drone, following her down. We are at... Can't really see how high I am. Yeah, because I'm technically not in the seat. I don't get that readout. But I'm only at 0.07. So if you guys can see how far I am from you, there you go. I'm 5k away from you. So there's 15k left. I'm only at 0.08. Now
I'll
just
let you
to see
know
if
when
the,
you are 10k out.
Now just to see if the parachutes kick in.
If they kick in, we're in business.
It's not falling too fast.
Looking alright. Well, you say it's not falling too fast. I'm doing 114, 115.
I mean, 115.
122, 24, 25.
She's picking up a lot of speed.
10 kilometers. What's your gravity at?
0.13.
Nice.
I reckon we're hitting a 0.3 planet here.
Yeah, probably like more like 0.2 to 0.25.
Looks like my terminal velocity is 155.46, and I am getting a bit on the toasty side, but not so toasty that we didn't survive it. I've caught.
Oh, so there's
atmosphere. There's
then.
atmosphere
Yeah.
here. I've caught it. I'm now doing 18 meters a second.
And you said I was crazy for putting wings on this thing.
Well, that's why we put parachutes on, and that's why we do a test.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I still should put parachutes on my thing.
Yes, you should.
Oh no.
It is now.
Someone else wants to connect in view.
Yeah, it's
I
now
may
at
have lost a clone.
14.8. Oh. Okay.
Reading almost 15 kilometers.
Oh, did you take it? Okay. Is anybody in the grid?
No, but I can be.
I'm back on. Doing 11 meters a second now.
Okay. Well, obviously the chute deployed then if it's doing that. And
I don't think it
at...
did.
No, that's still going down pretty quick.
Oh, I thought you said 15 meters per second.
I said 11, and the chute is still closed. I think this thing's
you
just
are
so
at
light. That
15 and a half kilometers away from the Vanguard. What's your what's the gravitational pull at that level?
0.22.
Nice.
And we got
So-
0.3.
You seeing what that relay is picking up off that probe right now?
Not at the moment, no.
Some sort of VC base down there.
Yeah.
VC
cam.
base.
VC.
It's not the end of the world.
No,
It's neutral.
Remember, Void Corp we're not hostile with Void Corp right now.
It's the one guys that we're not currently in the process of getting angry with. Yeah.
I mean,
Not yet, anyways.
not yet. We may be about to steal one of their drills, but
Anyone remember the distance at which I got hot?
No, sorry. I'm somewhere after 10 kilometers, like around 12 or so. 12 to 15 or so.
Hmm.
Well, if we go in slow enough, we won't have to worry about that.
Just gotta take
Yeah.
it careful.
My concerns, though, is the how much hydrogen we're going to burn making a slow entry.
Well, no, I'm not saying we have to do it. That's why I was asking. I suspect our thrusters are going to slow us down dramatically when we want them to. And don't forget, you can always... You don't have to use the computer systems. Override them.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do that. Plus, I'm also going to use those ions as long as I can to keep us at a reasonable rate of descent before I kick on those hydrogen.
It was sure taking a long way to go.
She's
Yep.
still falling.
17 clicks away.
Both cameras now show the horizon. That's a start. She's 0.25 now. Still no parachutes open.
You set it for auto open, auto deploy?
Yeah, at 1K above the surface.
Well, it's at 17.35.
Just really want to see if those parachutes do anything. They're off
Yeah.
fullback.
Yeah, me too.
In theory, they kick in at 19.
Yeah, assuming we're dropping down at whatever they consider sea level atmosphere. It's a little bit higher in the mountains, it may pop up sooner. There is a Typhoon class light assault transport at 5.4 clicks. Does not appear to be hostile, but it's really concerning me.
Yeah.
I don't know
I've been
why
keeping
that
an eye
would
on him.
concern you. Typhoons, they're nice, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything that has the name assault transport in it is obviously friendly. Okay. Approaching 18 kilometers.
Doesn't seem interested for now.
And 18.
19, I believe, is our golden point.
Alright, I'm going to do a quick reboot of the suit systems.
19.3. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the base. 18.25.
Yeah, she's still falling slowly. tested manual parachute deploy. Can confirm manual parachute deployment. Now traveling at 3.9 meters a second. 3.7
nice.
meters a second.
Perfect. I will set up my controls then for a manual deployment. I wasn't sure if that was going to work.
Looks like the firmware got updated.
It's about time.
Yeah, well, I'm with you there, but can confirm. I can also confirm the VCAM base is airborne.
Oh, really?
That's rather weird.
Loading flying base? I mean, it is a low
It
gravity
is a low
planet.
G planet, but that must cost so much power. Now falling at 2.79, 2.78. She's stable.
Nice.
Well then.
Alright. So, does that mean we're go?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. It's either that or else wait along here until more hatred comes. I think we might be better off on the planet because, frankly, nothing's hostile right now. I don't really want them to see where we're going.
Worst case scenario, we can always bail in any of the fighters that aren't purely
Let's
ion.
just keep an eye on our speed and our hydrogen. Everyone
Yeah.
into the...
Okay.
Everyone into seats, and we're
We're
going to
do this as a team. Yep.
keep a good focus on what's happening here.
I need somebody keeping a good focus on the hydrogen usage. I need somebody ready to manually pop those chutes in case my suit goes dead again. All right, everybody in a seat. Anybody ready? What's your spacebar?
Yep, hang on.
Can I propose we just dip her in as well?
I'm in a seat.
Like we just let the gravity accelerate us, save everything we've got.
Yep.
I've got the chutes ready.
You
They're
should
auto deploy at 1,000.
We should be all right as well. Like this, I think, is an atmosphere thin enough that we might get the ions running.
Tell you what, should I just let me turn off the auto deploy on the chutes unless we absolutely need it? Because there's no sense in wasting if they're just gonna, if we fly upwards in the auto trigger.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, auto deploy is off.
All right, I'm gonna use her in.
Get lower.
Okay, just like catching an egg on a plate.
Catching an egg on a...
You had to talk about something that gets fried.
Or cracked, smashed, broken.
You guys have never
known to be
gotten an egg on a plate?
fragile,
Yeah,
known to
it's
eject
fine.
its contents
Is
easily.
this another one of your strange little yolks?
Mr. Wasted, can you mark down Farrell for one gunshot wound, please?
And
When
one
we're done with
gunshot
all
wound,
this?
confirmed.
I don't
I'm
like
always
this
down
new
for a bit of
bonus
corporal
system that you've
punishment.
got.
All right, we are in atmosphere. I'm gonna keep my eye mostly on the altimeter, and I'm gonna tap the brakes when we hit 10K and see how well the ions slow us down at that point.
You got those hydro thrusters grouped.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to kick them on as soon as.
I'm just asking because I noticed we're down some hydrogen already.
Yep. Well, that was from my
That'll be from
previous
us
tests.
refilling suits probably too.
Yeah.
They're on at the moment as well.
Yeah, they barely use anything at idle. I was just making sure they were coming on before we got in too deep.
Oh, our oxygen tanks are really low.
Well, hopefully we're about to solve this.
Yeah, they've been in like the 40% range for a little while.
We're solving something, that's for sure.
Not the oxygen tanks anymore. They're at 12 and 2%.
All right, still able to brake?
Test it without the hydrogen first.
Yeah, that was just the ions.
Okay, cool.
Those were at 40% earlier. like an hour or so earlier.
All the while we can do it on the ions, keep doing so. There's no reason
Yep.
for us to go crazy
yeah.
speeds.
I get this. I just need somebody to keep an eye on that altitude and those hydrogen usage for me. And somebody stand by ready to trigger those chutes if I need them.
15K.
Okay, I'm gonna be
Roger that.
I'm gonna be in the fighter here for a sec.
Okay, still at 16K, just passing 16K. We are falling at 75 meters per second.
Slow it up if we can. Looking good.
Oh yeah, she's still
Bring it.
responding pretty good there.
She's still
Yep.
got the ions to help. I'm just concerned
bring
about
it down
that
to 50.
fireball we saw from the probe.
Mm-hmm.
At some point we're hitting that atmosphere. It's good too, don't get me wrong, but at some point we're hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
14,000.
14,000 received. Still have a braking authority. In fact, I'm going to try to keep it right around 50 all the way down if I can.
As long as you're on the ions, that shouldn't be a problem.
Nope.
12.5.
This does mean once we're down and in the atmo, we're not got jumping anymore.
11.5.
No, yeah, we can't jump already.
What is smoking on top of the ship now?
Focus, focus.
11,000.
All right.
We can
back
fix it
over
after we get down.
This full ion authority at this point.
That's affirmative. I can still brake. And I'm just passing 10K.
I'd leave the ion authority on for now. Let's see how we look.
Roger that. See if we can hover.
Okay, we're good. We're good. Keep going.
Yep. Okay.
Good to know.
Yeah, we're able to hover at 10K. So if we can get back up that high once we take off, we'll be able to take it the rest of the way.
But we're also not in atmosphere too. That's going to potentially make a difference when they start interfering with the engines. If they interfere with it.
They will a bit. Every little bit of atmosphere interferes with the efficiency of ion engines.
Yep. Can't get a good plume formed.
Maybe
Roger
that's
that.
how they've got that base set up. They have it on ion engines and it's just sort of hovering on them.
Gravity's at 0.15.
Okay,
9,000.
9K. Thank you. Haven't had to light off the hydrogen yet.
Why is our antenna still on?
Because I turned it on to connect with the drone.
Oh, take over the seat for a second. I may be dying from lack of oxygen.
On it. Okay.
I believe that falls under the line of, didn't you go before we left?
I did. Just gotta heat it up. Okay, I'm good to
Any
go.
excitement, yep, that's fair enough.
All right, I'm standing by.
Mm-hmm.
7.5.
Okay. Looks like we can still get dampeners all the way down to 7K. Yep. Yeah, it's still slowing down. Well, that was exciting.
And 7 even.
All right. I think I need a drink, by the way, guys. We need to make this happen.
I can't
Pretty
believe.
soon.
Yeah, enough talking about the drink. I can't believe they never tried this on the show. Although,
What?
Drink when we get down in
I
one
guess
piece.
without the set, it'd never make any sense.
I need somebody to hop out of control seat real quick. Thank you.
It looks like the sensors are picking up a little heat there.
That's all good. We can take that. We're gonna go down, or?
It's just
Yeah.
good to know that they actually built something into this rig that works.
Yep.
And that is
Oh, I'm gonna laugh if we get all the way down on ions and we didn't ever have to use those thrusters.
0.21 gravity.
Under that. Yep, she's definitely feeling the atmosphere. Trying to bob up a little bit.
5.5.
Still able to brake. I'm gonna turn her a little bit towards the Terminator. Have a little better
5 even.
side of the terrain. Matter of fact, I think I may go see if I can try to land us in the light.
Well, I mean, it's a planet. It's going to be having the sun.
Yeah,
go
but
around
right
it.
now I'd like to see where I'm landing.
Four and a half.
Roger that. Still falling. Yep. The I don't think the ions are taking it anymore. Let's see. If I can maintain flight at this level.
No, it feels like it's hanging in there.
No, we're maintaining altitude. All right, I'm gonna bring her down on manual. I think I've got a nice open spot right below us.
$4,000.
Under that.
.25 gravity.
There's a good spot right ahead of us.
Yeah, looks fairly flat.
Definitely slowing down though. Ions are losing their bite.
I'm a little worried about how much forward speed you've got going on.
Yeah, I think that's gonna die off pretty quick.
3.5.
Not if your ions are losing effectiveness.
Yep. All right. Kicking on the Hydra. Get her down on the deck as quick as I can. You guys can confirm that all my hydrogen look like they're lit?
They were a moment
You're
ago.
all lit up.
Okay.
3,000.
You're accelerating forwards though.
Yep. I'm still trying to aim for that one spot.
Just remember you're gonna have to bleed that speed.
Yep.
45% hydrogen.
Okay.
Getting a little hot on the front.
Yeah, steepen my glide. Oh, I say glide. How am I looking on that hydrogen usage?
43%.
Okay. Not too bad after all.
Who is flopping around the ship?
Me! God damn it, there's LCDs up there that we could be using.
Use them. 41%.
They're not named. Nothing's bloody named on this ship.
Is it all props? You sure they even work? I have a red signal
40%.
at 6.7 kilometers.
Looks ground-based.
Yep, I'm gonna see if I can
Yeah,
vector away
let's
from it.
just stay away from that, perhaps.
39% hydrogen.
Thank you.
Up on the screen now.
Yeah, I have had them on my station. I was working on building us some places to sit.
Nice.
And suit comm malfunction.
There's an IDMC construction platform right ahead.
Well,
And oh, my suit crashed.
Yeah, same.
Get ready to deploy those.
I can't. I'm not in.
I know. If anybody's still in, get ready to deploy those chutes.
I can get my suit comm in.
I've completely lost all comms. Suit still black.
Yep. Wait, so did you take over the piloting?
I'm on.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. Suit comm is reconnected. Briefly.
Mine is still black.
And it's just crashed again.
I seem to be back in. There we go. Now I can see. 1,300 meters. And my suit has gone black again.
I'll bring us down, and we'll look into what's interfering with suit comms.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not some sort of radiation field on this planet.
Definitely. But this is not the first time our suits have crashed. Just in the last couple of hours. We're gonna have to get some more stable UI on these things. That could have been deadly if somebody wouldn't be able to take over.
I have to admit, I had to think on my feet there a little bit. There was some removal of structural ship parts involved.
Yeah, as long as you got me that seat long enough to keep us from crashing, that's fine.
That's why I started putting down another flight console on that bridge.
Yep.
It's trying to reestablish the suit telemetry. Just gonna see if it will stay connected long enough.
Nope, negative.
Yep,
It just
went
crashed
down.
again.
That's one heck of a security system on this planet, apparently.
I can still see for 2 seconds.
That's basically what I'm getting to is a bubble of like 2 or 3 seconds of data out of the suit, and
C would
then
be
it just
great
goes.
right now.
Hmm?
Said C would be great right now. Ability to.
Yes.
Yep. FYI, the 3 key on that console will open and close your chutes if you need it.
I think we're good.
Okay. Oh, there's a complex right over there, just in sight. Goodness.
Yeah, tell me about it. Not hostile though.
Thankfully. Okay.
Well, I was able to turn the antenna off. So maybe they won't be able to see us for a little bit.
It might help.
Like we might be able to land below the horizon from them.
That was
On the
my
upside,
thinking.
The mining detector's also there to give us a little extra assurance on the altitude.
Yep. There you go. Look at that. Might be able to side slip a little bit.
Yeah, that was a mistake. No side slipping.
Alright, well.
It sounds like it reconnected the external suit mics back up and then almost, immediately dropped them again.
Yeah. Well. That makes you feel any better. We are finally down.
Nice.
Nicely landed.
Nicely done, sir. You know what? Your crazy idea wasn't so crazy.
Hey, we
It
didn't
was
even need the
even.
chutes.
It was even less crazy than I thought it was. Somehow.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised we were able to use the ions that far.
Now that is not something I ever expected to see. Vanguard
On the ground.
on the ground.
Never doubted it for a minute. I knew that plan was going to work.
No, it's better than augering that thing in.
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Well, stage 2. Anyone fancy being land pirates for a bit?
Mm-hmm.
If nothing else.
Yarr.
There's the odd pirate base around here, and even a few things that aren't hostile.
Yep,
Next
maybe even
step.
be able to.
We could
do
always
some
go
trading.
fix that, and I'll happily report that our jetpacks are functional on this planet. So we
Well,
don't even need to worry about the way down.
As soon as I can get my suit to quit crashing, that sounds great.
You know what? I'm willing to bet the fighter will probably even fly down here.
It's got an atmosphere, and yeah, I think you're right.
Wings and those over powerful thrusters, yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of them, but having the wings should help it out a bit.
Well, I guess that's as good a point to end as any.
To be continued. ...
Because Mr. Wasted knows when to Alt F4 the game.
Oh no, what
Did
happened?
that just...
Oh, I just saw that. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of yeeting,
Well, that would explain why I had network connection message pop up on my screen when I was trying to connect. What the? This game was running fine last
I was
week.
so stable last week.
God.
What in...
Oh man.
Folks, we're not kidding. Spacebar, Textfire, and I have been trying to reconnect for at least the last, 10 minutes now?
Oh
And
yeah.
literally every time we get in, it's crashing.
Nothing
They
like
sorted this last
crashing
week.
at like 2K above the ground.
I had the
And
same
it's-
experience with when we tried to go back to the ice racing. We'd had like 26, 27 people on the server previously building that huge city map, and it was fine. And then we tried to come back to it after this hotfix they've done more recently. And it just fell flat on its face. Like, we got to 18 people and everybody was struggling, and the sim speed was down to like 0.56. Honestly, it's like a repeat of what they do every time. You know, we've had multiplayer fixes before. We've had all this stuff before, and what ends up happening is always the same. It works for a little bit. They find a few bugs with it, and then somehow fixing those few bugs breaks all of the advancement they made.
I mean, this time we don't even get the little happy message that they will fix the game as soon as possible.
Anyway,
straight to desktop.
I really appreciate everyone joining us tonight. I hope you had a fun time with the episode. Thank you very much, Mackel, for coming along and being part of that.
Professor?
Thankfully, I think we got through that without it being too obvious that there were tragic SE issues going on in the background. So, hey, we got somewhere with it, at least. Yeah, do remember you can go and check out these wonderful guys down in the description below. I'll make sure I edit it to include Mr. Mackel over in his Twitch channel. And cheers, Mr. Mac.
Oh yeah, welcome.
That's you I was talking to, indeed, yeah.
Sorry, I forgot I was still muted.
Even when I'm beating my head against the wall that is SE, I still enjoy doing it with these fine people.
Yeah, and then thanks for you fine folks who donated and so on during the night. It was an absolute pleasure. Here's a question for you as we leave. What would you guys think of Vanguard episodes potentially being a bit shorter? Where we try and focus it down into like 3 hours instead of 2. Instead
a
of
little
4.
more episodic, yeah. Well, you guys can all give us feedback on this series and on the Discord.
Either way,
comments below.
Yeah, let us know. Always going to be a pleasure reading your comments. Thank you, all of you guys, for coming and joining me for this. Pleasure as it always is. We worked through the bugs and hopefully came out with something still entertaining. Please hit like if you haven't already. It makes a massive difference. Like, literally, the difference between early engagement on first episode of Vanguard and 4th episode of Vanguard is the difference between 70,000 people viewing it and 18,000 people viewing it. So if you can hit like or even dislike if you don't give a shit. Like, if you didn't like it, hit dislike. YouTube doesn't care. It treats them all the same. So, literally, as far as YouTube is concerned, you clicked a button on the video, so yeah, there you go.
You interacted in some way.
Oh dear. It's
just like Space Engineers bug reports.
It's the reality of things. Nah, it's been a pleasure, guys. Hope you've had fun. If you've got any ideas, any feedback, let us know down in the description below. Comments below. Check the description for the links to these guys. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us. Sorry for being slightly short, but I think you know why now is the right time to end.
Y'all come back here and remember, don't mess with Tex.
You caught him in the kitchen. It's alright, I've got you covered. There you go. That'll do.